Don't come to the club and start talking about what we've done in the past. Talk about what you haven't done anything.
Who's won a trophy this season?
I said this season.
You
You ain't got a trophy.
This is
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time you're listening, whatever time you're watching, welcome back to another episode of Podcast Pundits. I am your host today, De La Strada, the man of the streets, the man of the people, the free agent. I'll go anywhere, I'll speak on anything. But before we get into the football talk, introduce the cast. Strives.
Yo, what you saying, man? It's your boy Strives. It's your boy Strive. Well, the mask is back. The mask is back. Got my striker. And I'm here to talk football with my boys. As you know, repping Arsenal. If it's international duty, you know, I'm repping England, repping Nigeria. The England ladies, they did their thing. But yeah, man, that's not why I'm in this get up today.
Why are you in this get up?
I got my striker, bro. It's time where things are looking up. I told everybody we go to the next level, we get the striker. So I'm just celebrating a momentous occasion.
Yeah. Next up, Jerry.
Yeah, it's your boy Joe Nomadic, aka Liverpool's #1 supporter. Yeah, today I'm wearing the obviously repping Liverpool. This is the best kit from the Nike range. This is also the kit that we should have won the league in if it wasn't for Luis Diaz missing that chance against Man City. But thank God he's gone. He's gone. We got the money for him, and we're going to use that for bigger and better things in Jesus' name. And we say amen. All right, okay. All right. Just checking the temperature.
Man, I will never say anything to that.
Checking the temperature. Yeah, happy to be here, man. Let's talk ball.
Cool. There's no Marly Marl today. He is working overtime for that bag. Dre Man's on annual leave. No coincidence, United fans, for taking a break. But it's okay. We do have a Man United correspondent with us today. Some of you guys may know him as the former SC Dons club secretary. Correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but I think you refer to yourself as the best five-star manager in the world. He goes by the name of Mitch. Thank you for joining us, sir.
You see, I didn't correct him. My name's Mitch. They used to call me Crook. People still do. Yes, I'm the SC Dons former secretary, and I'm a Man United fan, and I'm also the SC Dons fan. But we're here to talk some ball. I want to thank Strauss for the invite as well. I just want to, help him with his delusion. Let's get into it.
Yeah. And finally, we have another guest. This one's an Arsenal fan. Goes by the name of Ed from Offside Chat.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. Obviously, my name's Ed. I represent the Offside Chat. You can catch us on the Offside Chat on IG, Offside Chat on X or Twitter, and Offside Chat on TikTok. So yeah, here to talk ball as well.
Yeah, Ed, we didn't talk about that one still. So, we charge for promotion.
Because he supports Arsenal, man. He's
No
good,
installments.
man.
No, Klarna Dilla.
Yeah, good, we're good. Do some housekeeping. You can find us on all major platforms that include Spotify and Apple. You can watch us on YouTube. You can interact with us on the socials as X, TikTok, and Instagram. Right, let's get into it. So we're going to start off by talking about some of the pre-season games. Off camera, we've spoken, and some of these guys haven't watched no games, so we won't go into too much depth. But let's start off with Arsenal, seeing as Strides is wearing a mask or sunglasses.
You know what? I actually forgot I'm still wearing these, man. Let's take these off, man. The light is bright in here, but I want people to look into my eyes when we talk about Arsenal today.
Sorry, just a quick one. Before you go into it, Ed, you see what he just did about this mask thing?
Yeah.
Do you see why other fans hate Arsenal fans?
No, I hear it, but that celebration's cold though.
Cold.
No, 100% it's cold, but
Yeah.
You're
But
just jealous you can't do it.
no, but he ain't done nothing though. And he's dressing up for our next man's.
Nah, don't do that, man.
Well,
Celebration is cold.
don't tell the
man.
truth.
The celebration is cold. And when he
No, the
starts
celebration
scoring,
is cold.
when he starts
It's cold.
scoring, you're gonna see that, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? So,
All right, cool. All right, so I see you lot enable each other. Yeah. There's no accountability amongst you,
I
man.
can't go against Arsenal, man. I can't go against Arsenal.
Fair enough.
So what I was going to say, obviously, pre-season Arsenal played AC Milan and Newcastle. But before we get into the game, obviously, talking about the highlights, let's come to you first, Ed. We're going to get into the transfer window properly. But in terms of the transfers that Arsenal had done prior to Gyökeres coming in, what were your feelings towards those?
Boy, you've got to start with Noni.
No, let's start from the back. Then we Kepa first. Then
I wasn't happy with Kepa.
yeah,
My thing with Arsenal is we always like to do things like raise the floor. And I'm of the belief that you raise the ceiling and then by doing that, you inevitably raise the floor.
Hold on a second.
And I think we like to raise the floor first. And it's like, if you just go and get, players that can either replace the starting players or at least provide healthy competition, you raise the floor that way. And then
Well, it's good.
and then when you start seeing players like Kepa, you start seeing players like Nørgaard.
but question on the Kepa one. Maybe I understand your Nørgaard, but in terms of Kepa as a keeper, how do you raise the ceiling? Do you get someone to replace Raya? Because technically, Arsenal raised the ceiling by getting Raya and getting rid of Ramsdale.
With the goalie, yeah, I'm not too fussed. I think Arteta has a sick fetish for goalies. I think he signed like 7 or 8 goalies in the 6 years he's been here. So he needs to calm down with that one, yeah. But in terms of Kepa, it's not so much Kepa, it's the fact we've given Chelsea money. I know it's 5 million, but it's just like, did you really need to go to Chelsea? Like, so that's my annoyance.
The
It's
optics is just so irritating.
It's annoying.
But-
it's like,
but-
you didn't need to go there.
Yeah,
But
but
it's-
once you
but
get
it's a
over
good deal,
that, it is.
yeah.
You can understand like the mechanics of the deal, and you can
Yeah,
understand
facts.
why we've done it.
He's from the same region as Arteta as well, isn't it?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I think he is still.
But yeah, but it's just like, and I know it sounds irrational, like sometimes, but genuinely, the optics when you're just consistently shopping and Chelsea's reduced bargain out, it's jarring, bro.
I think this is probably the only one that's made sense to get.
And that's the argument.
I think if you never got all those signings from Chelsea before, you wouldn't care.
Facts.
Yeah.
I think he makes sense because, let's be honest, no one really focuses on the second goalie too much. You just obviously, if you're a coach, you just want a second keeper to make sure you can give him healthy, as you said, healthy competition to the first team keeper.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a bad keeper.
No.
I think he's quite solid. He can definitely fill in games, but
To be fair, Chelsea probably need him more than we do. I don't even.
Oh, yeah,
That's the weird one, isn't it? Yeah.
But your first team keeper is going to play that. Most keepers, they play like 95, 98% of the games.
100%.
He's not going to League Cup, the odd FA Cup, the odd Champions League game he'll probably play. But I don't think it's too deep.
No.
I think what you're saying is you don't care it's Kepa, you cares it's come from Chelsea.
Yeah.
But if all those signings prior came, you wouldn't care.
Facts. But against optics, and it's like, would Chelsea do business the reverse way? So how many times have Chelsea come and bought, one of our backups or one of our, not so favourable players? And that's what I think annoys a lot of Arsenal fans. It's like, we don't particularly care that's Kepa, like you said. It's just, again, you're going to Chelsea, shopping in their bins, and invariably you're making them stronger because you're giving them money. And they like to spend money. So I don't want to give them any more money, man.
I hate that.
So that's my annoyance.
But the only thing I'll say on that is just the mere fact that Chelsea's model is that they bring in a lot of players.
Yeah.
So naturally, some of them may become redundant and other clubs may buy them. It's just that, unfortunately, Arsenal seem to be buying quite a lot. But even to your point, a couple of weeks ago, you said it's not Arsenal that gives them most money, it's Man United.
Yeah.
So I think the only team that probably don't buy from Chelsea is probably Liverpool. I don't know if Spurs are bought them from Chelsea. But anyway.
Bought a couple of players from them, but...
Yeah.
I think because it's Arsenal and because of the players that they bought previously, it's like you keep buying the on the way out player where it's like so more like people focus on it so much more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Whereas if it was like a player who's like 23, 24, still can get some potential out of him. Maybe you can make him a better player. You probably wouldn't
Sell
say
on
too much.
value
Money.
as well.
Sell on value, yeah. But when it's like William, not like William was a bad player, but it's like it's the Willian on the over
Yeah,
the
on
hill.
the
It's
down
Peter
climb,
Cech who's
yeah.
on over the hill. It's David Luiz who's over the hill.
Yeah.
That's where the
But who
issue
you just
lies.
described, you literally just described Noni Madueke apart from the sell-on value, because I don't know if there's going to be much sell-on value for what we bought him for, and that still irritated a lot of Arsenal fans.
How does he?
He's
23.
23.
He's not over the hill.
No, he's not over the hill, and Noni Madueke is a good player, or decent player at least. At the very least, you could say he's a
He
decent
could
player.
definitely play Prem football.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, he's been playing in the Prem. But why it still irritated Arsenal fans was, again, is optics. And it's like, you're trying to improve your team and you've fallen short of where we're literally one position behind winning it 3 times in a row. And now it's like, we need to win. Like, where everybody's putting pressure on the gaffer now. It's not even just me now. Everyone is. We have to win. And then you think buying a player that is surplus to Chelsea's requirements, by not just the Chelsea manager and their board, but even the fans. If you talk to their fans and stakeholders, none of them
But if
seem
he
to be
speaks to
too
a lot of
bothered.
fans,
I
like
know,
clubs will
but-
be.
Yeah, he wasn't surplus. Was it? I think they only sold him because
It was a surprise.
yeah, because you know what? Because I think they were willing to let go of
Anyone apart
but
from
they
Cole
came
Palmer
in
and
with-
Caicedo.
Yeah, they came in with a decent bid, so you have to accept it if you have volume in that position.
No, true, but I
But,
think with Noni, yeah, they didn't mind though, and then it's like
They didn't fight hard
they
enough.
didn't fight, like, they're even laughing, thinking, "Raw, like we're gonna get 50 million for my man."
Yeah.
We,
Like,
we might like
when
him,
we sold
but-
Sanchez, we did mind.
yeah,
When we sold Van Persie, we did mind.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm just saying they don't mind.
But
So
again,
I'm just,
that's to his reference to the model
Yeah.
where they sign in volume. So when they do let go of, apart from, like you said, apart from Cole Palmer, bro, and Caicedo,
yeah,
like
probably Reece James as well. But
yeah, anyone can go, bro. So
Anyone.
like,
Do you think they would have done? Do you think they would have done business if it was Pedro Neto?
Yeah.
they would have. But I think they
would've.
would have minded a little bit more over Noni.
I think they would have taken more money.
But
Yeah, because
you
they bought it
still
for
think
50
they
million.
would've
So
been
they wouldn't
okay
mind
with
more. I
They
think
would've
it's
been
just
okay.
They want
they
more
charge
money.
you more money.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
and again, clubs don't care about what fan sentiment is, isn't it? At the
No.
end of the day, they've got to do a job. So they've
Yeah.
got to win games, make money. So they don't care too much about fan sentiment. But when I see Chelsea fans smirking saying, listen, thank you very much, it's almost like they've got one up on us again. And it's just annoying because if you think about the players that have gone from our end to Chelsea, Fabregas, he didn't go directly, but
Yeah,
he
yeah,
went there,
yeah.
won a league. Giroud won a Europa League at our expense. Actually, Cole's probably the biggest one to leave. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's been one-way traffic.
There's a disparity that we're
Huge
just
disparity.
not comfortable
Yeah.
with. And I just don't get why, like, it's almost like we get gaslit to believe that our feelings aren't valid.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't get that. Like,
Provided by who?
it's like, as in, just in general, like, as in, we're not validated in
Would you
feeling
by
the
the
way that
media
we-
or
No,
By the club.
actually by other fans, actually. If it,
Of
as
course,
in-
fans are going to troll up this.
No, but
Chelsea's
even,
fans for
even,
sure.
no, like,
I
even
know
our
they've been-
own fans, even
Okay.
our own fans, like, as in, you know, like, because there's always a bit of a divide. There's always someone that's like that, just always like
Positive,
quote unquote trust
Yeah,
the
yeah,
process,
yeah, yeah.
and then there's some that question the process at times, and then it's like you're not allowed to wonder, like, bro, why are we always shopping at Chelsea's? Then you're always being shown now there's all of a sudden there's loads of nonny prop.
That's what I'm saying. Is there like a PR team that is out here
No,
pushing
but
all these
I think
stats about
naturally
Noni?
100%.
Yeah.
I think what tends to happen is, let's say, for example, last week he said you didn't really want Ekitike, but when you know your club's in for him, naturally you're going to do your own research, and that's what players, that's what fans
Okay,
should
so
always
they do their research and
You
they
do
see
your
that
research,
this
this guy is
deal.
actually better than we thought because I'm actually paying more attention to him. That's all it is. But no, we're going off track.
fair.
But obviously, Ed, you talked about Kepa. We briefly talked about Noni, and then obviously, is it Mascara?
Mascara, I'm
Yeah.
not too bothered about. You know, he's obviously coming to provide a bit of relief for Saliba and Gabriel. He's probably going to play, you know, dead rubber games. So, yes, it looks like a decent deal. Nørgaard, I'm not too bothered about again. He's probably going to provide, you know, leadership. You know, he's Brentford captain, or was Brentford's captain, sorry. Going to play with dead rubber games, and it's just another body. But in terms of what I want us to do going forward is, we have to win the league, man. It's been 21 years, isn't it? And obviously we're doing what we can to try and win the league. But it's like this was seen as a pivotal summer. And yes, we've obviously got Gyökeres in now. And you know, that might be the missing piece, Lord willing. But it's just like the beginning of the window. I think just from fan sentiment, you kind of want to see a window similar to like what Liverpool done, innit? It's like, you know, straight out the gate, boom, Wirtz, Gyökeres, Frimpong. They're not resting on their laurels because like they know that they've won the league, but tomorrow's not given. So we have to go put pressure on, try and win the league again. And it's like Arsenal, obviously the window's not finished yet. So there might be some, moving pieces, hopefully Eze, who knows, right? But it's just like the optics of like, we want to see our team, or my team rather, do the business straight away. So go and get Gyökeres. It shouldn't have been a saga. I know it's obviously difficult to try and get strikers in, but what we want our club is to show the faith to us. Like, we know what
But in saying that you want your club to show the faith, but didn't they show the faith by going for 2 strikers, obviously Šeško and then Gyökeres? But in terms of a deal, it takes 3 people in it. You've got I don't know, Mitch, you've dealt with Sporting before. Apparently, when it came to buying Bruno, they were quite difficult. The Sporting Lisbon president.
That's what there was. Doug was saying this to me the other day about Gyökeres. About they always make it. It was always do like installments.
I think who else said it? Was it Pedro? Was it Porro? Was it Pedro?
Pedro Porro was difficult. Obviously, Bruno's difficult, and I understand. Obviously, this is me being an impatient fan, but it's like I think what Arsenal do as well, which is frustrating, is they love good PR. So what they will do is, after a dodgy result in the Champions League, right, you hear, Isak, is the one, or they're looking for a striker. And they always feed you tidbits and you're thinking, okay, cool, like, my club's gonna do something. And it's the hope that kills, right? And then you see Mascara brought in and you see Nørgaard, and it's like, bruv, like, go and get Gyökeres.
But you know that they are in the market for a striker. That's a known fact.
No, I know, but it's just like
you know you've been told that.
You've been told that, right?
No, but I think this is different because, like, I don't think Banter comes in and he's just a backup dancer.
Oh no, of course
I think he came in with a purpose of like making big changes, and this is what he's doing, right?
Yeah, and to be fair, my tone has changed towards, because there was a point where I was ready to get rid of Banter, bro.
After 2 weeks,
after
2 weeks,
a few fans were like, "Listen, what's this guy on?"
Because let him cook.
You're on your
get him out before you.
You're on your probation period. And then you brought me Nørgaard and you brought me Noni. I said, fam, those
are easy deals to make.
Yeah, it's easy deals to make, but we don't want them yet. Those, they can be done at the end of the window. Yeah. Like I said, we're judging our window, rightly or wrongly, against like who we're chasing. The Liverpools, the Cities, because they won the leagues, we haven't. So when we're doing the smart deals, cool. But like we want to see our Rangers coming. We want to see our works coming. We want to see our superstar marquee signings. And it's like, okay, cool. Even the Noni deal, it's like we rushed to go get that deal done, knowing that my man had played into July, knowing he's had no holiday. He's going to probably be short on fitness. So he's not even going to be up to speed with what Arsenal do, because he's going to have minimal training sessions. And it's like, I get you've made the choice to bring him in, but it's like, did you have to go and get him? And did you have to go and get him straight away and put all your eggs in his basket? You could have just gone and got someone else, or
Do you think this kind of that feeling that I'm getting from the Arsenal fans is that because Gyökeres hasn't come straight away, like it wasn't done mid-June or whatever, and because it's been done later after these signings, it's a bit more like, why is it taking this long?
100%, man.
Liverpool have got Verts, they got Frimpong, they got Gyökeres, they've got Ekitike now. Like, it's been so quick for them. Do you think that's what, if Gyökeres was the other way around, June, and then you had these other signings, would it be more
honestly,
like, all right, I feel a bit
it would have been
cooler.
It would have been so much different. And it sounds silly. Because
very silly.
But all of a sudden, that transfer window now it's like you're having a superb transfer window just because of the order in which you've gone about the signings and how you've addressed what we believe to be priority areas. Like, and you got to remember, there's a lot of PTSD that Arsenal fans suffer because we've seen windows like this in the past where we've signed a Calafiore and we're like, okay, I mean, he looks like he's a decent player. You do a little bit of research, he looks like he's decent. Probably wasn't what I was expecting or was top of my shopping list, but he looks decent. Okay, then you go and sign Mikel Merino. Oh, okay, yeah, he looks all right. But yeah, guys, we've got a few pressing matters that we need to deal with. And then it gets to the last hour of the transfer window, and then we've signed Raheem Sterling, and our sporting director at the time actually comes out and fixes his mouth to say, yeah, like, we had no plans to do this. It's like, bro, that doesn't fill you.
That's a madness to say.
You get what I'm saying?
I don't think you're being sensitive to that.
Yeah.
No,
That's
that's fine. No, that's fine. But I don't want us to go too far. But essentially, that same sporting director is no longer at the club. You brought in someone else who is known for being very good at what he does. So just let him cook.
Yeah, but they still have that experience of it not going the way they want it to.
That's
so
fine,
you have to understand that they've
Is this
got that burnt.
Yeah, but what I've always said,
window,
what I've always said is if he doesn't come, if these players don't come before pre-season, then stress out. But they were stressing out like the first week of the transfer window when Liverpool had made some signings, and Liverpool made City made signings because City were getting to the Club World Cup.
Yeah,
but
like, look at your age mates, bro. They're doing all this, and
but ultimately, I think what it is, it's like as a club, they don't. Sorry, guys, they don't have to appease to you guys as fans. They just have to try and get it right, and that's all. That's all you can like ask of them. Are they doing what they can to get it right? And so far, they are.
Not now.
Yeah, but
for the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, but we don't know what takes place.
Yeah,
yeah, but that's because we're grown-ups, man. We know things take.
No, of course. But I'm saying, but you have to understand the sensitivities.
Yeah, no, I
around
get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm just calling out what it is. But anyway, let's go back. Get back on track. So, obviously, those are the players. And then you said you were okay with Nørgaard. Obviously, what's your feelings on Zubimendi?
Zubimendi. Now, I was in the camp of like, okay, what have we done? Because I saw him get moved to by United in Europa League. I was thinking, I beg, man. I hope he's not one of them weak, slow midfielders that can just get run through. But then obviously I remember the Euro final when he come on for Rodri, and he obviously bossed it, right? And then in the couple games I've seen, obviously he looks a player, man. He looks tidy. The thing I like about him is he passes forward all the time, man. He's always got a forward pass in him, and I think that's going to help us with our attack. It's going to speed up the way we play.
Yeah,
add a new dimension from that 6th position. So yeah, obviously you can't read too much into pre-season games, innit? It's just about getting fitness, understanding what the manager wants from you, for the upcoming season. But yeah, I've liked what I've seen from Zubimendi. So I think that's a good signing. But again, even with that, not to be a Debbie Downer, but that was announced in Jan.
No. But you know what I say about that?
Yeah.
It's not Arsenal's fault,
and then it was announced like 17 times.
Bro, it's not the club's fault. It's Fabrizio, bro. That's what it is.
It might be the nature of the beast, but it's like, even that one was anticlimactic because it's like, we knew that was coming in. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, so he's here now. All right, cool. It wasn't like, obviously, with Fabrizio and Ornstein, you can't really do business as quietly. But I think going forward, I would like Arsenal to be a bit more quiet in the window and just go and do your business. Don't say nothing to nobody and then let us be surprised. Because what happens is I feel like Arsenal as a club, they want to promise gold and then we end up with silver and bronze all too often. So I think that's what Joey was saying. Like, there's a bit of PTSD with like, you've been promised X, Y, Z and then you get ABC and then you've been told, oh, be quiet and hold that one in it.
Yeah, be happy.
Yeah, and then they'll say May next year, oh, don't worry guys, we're going to go for the title again. It's like...
But they are there.
Also, it's usually that's fault as well, man, because fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
Listen.
You know what I was thinking about, Joey, yeah? You know what I was thinking about? I was coming back from work, yeah, and I sat down and I said, once upon a time, like, as in the way I was received by other football fans, especially Arsenal fans, used to be very different. I said, why do I feel like I've got so many enemies at the moment? And I used to think to myself, I used to really be so like enthused by Arsene Wenger. I was so positive. The way I'm calling other people happy to be here, I was the happiest, bro. I said, what changed? And this is what Joey said, bro. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on... How many times do I have to be fooled? I said, bro, I'm not standing for this anymore. And then now it's like I'm trying to bring the other guys to where I'm at. Like, yo, can we let's be measured and let's hold this club accountable. Let's not let them tell us that they're giving us champagne, but we're tasting it and it's Lambrini.
Slur.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Come on, like let's make sure this club deliver what they're meant to deliver, or let's make changes. And I'm now sounding like the maniac.
I mean, see what you said just a second ago about it's hard to keep the stories out and stuff like that. I think transfer windows, probably the last maybe 10, 12 years, have been anticlimactic because everybody wants to break the story.
Yeah.
The second a rumour comes out, we're linked with this guy, linked with that guy, it's like every day, rumour, this, that. Whereas back in the day, when I mean younger when I was like 14, 13, it was like you might be linked with someone and then a week later you've got them.
Yeah.
You didn't hear nothing. Yeah. So it made it more exciting. Whereas now, as you're just talking about the Zubimendi, that's been on the cards that you're going to sign him. We all knew that was going to eventually happen. So that's why it feels that way. And because you haven't seen him play in the league yet, and you haven't seen him garner you no points, it's hard to get excited. Yeah. That's why I personally don't watch preseason.
Yeah.
This is why I personally don't watch preseason.
But contrary to what you said though, Ed, yeah, I actually think Arsenal have been quieter this window, as in, other than Zubimendi, we knew about Zubimendi in Jan, but like for instance, this Noni Madueke deal just kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was
but
out of the
then
blue.
literally, before we could say, nah, it's not happening, he was signed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You lot didn't even get a chance to.
Someone was linked and then done.
We were rattled.
So I think that's even probably played into like the frustration, because it's like we didn't even let me get to the peak of my frustration before you get. So I actually think, like, it's to Arsenal's credit, they've tried to be as quiet as they can be, considering, like you've said, the nature of the beast. Like, there's certain things you just can't get away with. But I think Arsenal they've done all
Badr said, I
right.
think you'd put in the group before you signed Noddy, it won't happen. I think you said it in the group. You said something in them realms.
Did I?
And it was like 24 hours later, Noddy was there.
Right.
I remember you saying it was something in them realms.
No,
it was
'cause
like,
it's
not happening.
Because I've got a starred message in another group, not the one that I'm in
Yeah.
review, where I predicted that our window would be Noni. This was before we got Noni.
Yeah.
Noni, Ollie Watkins, Zubi, Nørgaard.
You didn't predict Nørgaard.
No, but Nørgaard was already done at that point. So I was saying I wouldn't be surprised if our window ended
like
with,
this.
and it was Noni and Watkins was meant to be there.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
obviously then Noni came in. Obviously I didn't want to be right, yeah. So when Noni came in, I was like, oh wow. So then that's why I said even last week's episode that until I see that Gyökeres announcement, I still can't rule out Watkins.
Bro, I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
And that would have been a nasty window if you'd signed him.
Bruh,
Nasty.
nasty.
We'll come back to the actual transfer window, but let me finish off on this thing about the pre-season game. So, on the subject of Nørgaard, Zubimendi, do you think Arsenal's midfielders got stronger or weaker with the loss of Partey and Jorginho?
50-50, man, because
Legs-wise, we've got stronger.
legs-wise, you got a little bit stronger. In terms of experience and know-how, I wouldn't say you've got that stronger because, again, the step up for Nørgaard is massive.
Yeah.
And I think what I've seen from him is like a bit tentative. You know, I think he's feeling the level a little bit. It's like, like, I'm not used to this level. With Zubimendi, I think he can hang, but you're never going to know until a Premier League ball is kicked, right? So it's 50-50 in the sense that, it's the unknown with those two.
Yeah.
More so than it's saying definitively like you've got a stronger or weaker.
Yeah. So, Strauss, coming to you, obviously, your stance was that your Arsenal had got weaker, but just the little that you've seen from pre-season, do you feel slightly different, or your stance still the same?
I think Ed encapsulated it quite well, actually. But I mean, in watching it, I can't say that I have been like I haven't been disappointed. Put it that way. Like I've actually thought. I've actually thought Zubimendi. Sometimes I'm like, oh, he's quiet, but like literally, like Ed said, in the way that he's picking up the ball, I think he's even more physical than I expected him to be at times, breaking up play more than I thought he would. And then those passes, they're literally, he's always looking to break the line and he's looking to go forward. And I'm thinking, okay, is he Partey-esque? I'm not sure yet, but I don't feel like there's much of a drop off just there. But in terms of the Nørgaard and Jorginho comparison, for me, I really liked Jorginho. Like I've been on record saying that I like Jorginho. I know not everyone did, and I don't think obviously I know that we've spoken about Nørgaard's qualities leadership wise. I don't think it compares to Jorginho's in terms of where Jorginho's got to in the level of the game. Nørgaard's not got there. Do you get what I'm saying? So I probably still have to say, like he probably has got a bit weaker, but until it translates, when we've seen a few games and how they mesh, that's when I will know for sure. You get what I mean? But theoretically,
on paper,
it does still feel that way. But it has been positive showings, though.
Yeah, cool. Let's move over to Liverpool. Jerry says you guys had your match against AC, lost 4-2. But forgetting about the actual scoreline, what was your thoughts on what? And has Frimpong played before?
Yeah, Frimpong played against
Is it Stoke?
Stoke and Preston, I think it was. Can't remember. There's always one of them. I think it was Preston. But they got low ratings on. I think people, like I don't know if you've seen on social media, but everybody's roasting Verts. So you got like a 6.6 on sort of the score. They're saying, like this guy's dusty, brother, or whatever, man. But obviously, if you watch the football and you see what he's doing, bro, like this guy's he's a football purist, man. Like, obviously, I don't want to gas it too much, man, but like I'm just seeing him just like doing the one-touch passing, around the corner passing as well. Like, has good picture of the game behind him as well. So
Yeah.
like I don't know what his scan rate is, but it's crazy, man. Like the passes I saw him doing, but it's not the things that people care about. Do you know what I mean? So like, it's not an assist, it's not a 60-yard pass or any of these things, man. And so yeah, I enjoyed watching him, the little highlights I did see from him. Frimpong, yeah, his pace is frightening, man. Like, I think he's gonna play more right wing than we're gonna see him more in the right wing position than we're gonna see him in the right
wing.
back.
How does that work then?
Just like I think Salah's gonna get rested, and obviously Salah's going to.
Well, he'll play in the forward three.
Yeah, man.
He's got that in him.
Yeah, bro. That's
That's where he plays for Leverkusen, I think.
Leverkusen. He
Played-
played.
But that's
He
a
plays
five.
anywhere along the
Played
right.
wing back.
Yeah, that's a wing back. Yeah, but you're saying he's going to play.
No, I think Conor
Salah-
Bradley. If Conor Bradley can stay fit, Conor Bradley is going to be starting pretty much every game, right?
And you think Frimpong has it in him to play right wing?
What do you mean? As in, like,
No, you said sometimes Salah will be.
Salah
be
will start
sub.
most of the games.
Yeah, but you're saying he'll.
You've got
personally
AFCON to
don't.
consider as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
AFCON as well. So
I just don't. From what I've seen of Frimpong, I don't have him as a right winger per se. Maybe like a wing back, because I don't think
we're definitely not going to play wing back, and I think Conor Bradley is definitely above him in terms of defensive right back in it. So obviously he's going to be dependent upon the game, but I think we're going to see a lot of him playing on the right wing in it.
That is interesting.
Obviously he's got that relationship with Vert, so I don't know what they can cook on that side, if that's going to be even translate into the Premier League. But yeah, seeing him running into the box and just frightening the Milan left back, again, it doesn't really mean anything. It's pre-season, and then people do take a while to adjust to the Premier League, especially from the Bundesliga, because last time I remember Soboslai, he started off on fire and then he just tailed off, because the intensity of the Premier League, you don't get that Christmas break. I think, is there a Christmas break this year?
If it's only like a couple of days or
it's not Christmas break. So what they do, I think it will be the first 2 weeks in January. Either, like, I think half will have a break.
So it's not FA Cup straight away?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It was February like, a couple of years ago, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I think, coming from the Bundesliga, I don't know if you can handle that Christmas pile-up fixture period in it. So that would be the only thing I'm worried about. But yeah, man, I like what I'm seeing from these guys, man.
Just getting a Frimpong playing on the right wing. Has he got any ISO dubs?
Any what?
ISO dubs.
What does that mean?
As in, like, he can stand a man up, drop a shoulder, lollipop this, lollipop that. Or
He
is
can knock
just-
it past him and run. He's not going to do Jeremy Doku shaky. But,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't. But yeah, it'll be
yeah,
interesting.
no,
to see.
he basically, so again, on a slot, when you're coming to the team, you have to have high work rate and you have to have quick directional change. He's got quick directional change, bucket loads of that, man. So that's going to be his thing in it. And he's not going to do Mo Salah or Bukayo Saka, but he will.
Yeah,
Whatever move he has, it's up to the defender to stop it.
yeah.
You can have one move as a winger. If you're unstoppable, you're unstoppable. It doesn't really matter. If you can do step over, how many men have we seen that can do bare step overs, bare tricks, and can't beat no one?
Yeah.
Anthony. But you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying though? Man could have one move, kick it and run. Ryan Giggs wasn't like
I hear that. My thing, from what I've seen, I don't know whether that whole kick and a run thing can translate in the Prem.
Oh, it can.
Just that by itself.
unless you're Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
Adama Traore,
And how good is he? What
No,
team is he
but-
playing
but-
for?
but at
That's what I'm
Wolves-
going to say.
direction.
At Wolves, bro, it was very effective for Nuno, and when who was the striker again, the Mexican guy?
Jimenez.
Yeah, it was very effective in it. So like, it can work, but
Only problem with that is he's got no delivery on whatsoever.
you know what though? You say that though. Traore used to whip balls in for
Can
Jimenez,
deliver-
but that's that, and it worked a couple of times at Fulham. But you're right, his
delivery
when
is
Jimenez
crazy.
is there, he's crushing his
Getting the
front.
ball, running, past the defender,
Yeah.
every day.
And I don't think Frimpong is a crosser either, but he's definitely get the ball into the deck, cut back king in it. So
Well, yeah.
So
I'm intrigued to see how that one plays out.
but again, we got Mo Salah there in it. So long live Mo Salah for as long as possible, bro. So like, it's not something I'm hoping to see, but yeah,
Cool.
It's an option.
it's an option, and that's all we can ask for, man.
Yeah. So Mitch, coming to you for United, I know you say you don't really watch pre-season in it, so I won't really go into
For many
too much.
years.
Yeah, I won't go into too much deal on
For
that
many
one.
years.
But obviously you guys
I've
won.
got some questions about the Man United preseason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously you guys won 2-1, but that's irrelevant to you in terms of like the game. But what I was going to ask you in terms of Ruben's been in charge for, let's say, I think 7 months now, thereabouts.
About something like that.
He's now got pre-season under his belt. Like, my question I was going to ask you is that, can you see, or let's say towards the end of last season, could you start to see the vision that he was trying to put onto the pitch, or you're still unsure yet?
But I was still very unsure from what I was seeing. I think I had a good base to see what the players we had and whatever we had, for not to really care about preseason too much, because I kind of know what we got and I kind of know who I want gone. But I haven't seen enough I don't think I've seen enough in the sense of what his idea is supposed to be like, oh, this is the way we're supposed to be played. So yeah, I haven't seen that personally. He's got the preseason under his belt now.
Yeah.
United are in a position where we fired this manager, we fired that manager, I'm kind of bored of that now. If you want to give the guy a chance, just give the guy a chance. Do you know what I mean? If it pans out, it pans out. If it don't pan out, then you've got to start from the drawing board all over again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But were you one of those fans, United fans, that were saying things will get better when he gets in his own players, or?
Yeah and no. I would say yeah to a degree. I kind of bought into it more on the hope, in a hope sense. But in the reality is, if you're a coach, you should be able to coach certain players to a degree. I think the players have some talent, so you should be able to coach them to a certain degree. But I wouldn't say that I'm on the fence of, yeah, he has to get his own players. He has to get his own players, because we've seen that you don't always have to get your own players. Do you know what I mean? Now, if that happens and it works for him, then we'll be happy in it, because they should start performing. But yeah, I think the hope was coming because it was disastrous. Everything I was just watching was just like, what is this? This is awful. Everything about it is awful. I went to, when we was talking at the shop, I actually just remembered I went to the Fulham game last year when Lissandro scored the scored the winner. Scored the winner, and I was directly in tow with the winner, and I could see him on the sideline being active towards the players, which I like to see. Like, he's telling the players where to go. He was really hotting up Højlund, like telling him where to be and stuff like that. So I like that, but it's just a lot of these players I feel like get too many excuses, too many managers. You play under too many managers, the manager this, the manager that. When is it you? Like, when is it you? How many managers you have to play under until you decide, do you know what, it's me, I'm actually crap?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? You can't be playing under 4, 5, 6 managers and it's always the gaffer. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, there's definitely things that he's doing wrong. You know you don't have them style of players for what you want. So you're going to have to figure out a way to adapt. But then at the same time with the players, you can't just keep on saying the manager, because once you are actually physically on the pitch, every choice you make is down to you. Where you pass the ball, where you run, when you're going to header, whether you're going to tackle, that's not down to the manager. That's down to you.
True.
So you see on the last week, or was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I can't remember. But Marly Marl, he's a Man United fan as well. He's on the pod. He seems to think that obviously it was just a bad year, and it was a bad year. Obviously,
bad's not
strong enough word. But I think what I took from that, what I understood is he doesn't feel like the players can play that badly again. Do you think that you actually have the talent and the capability within your squad as is? And even with the additions of Cunha and Mbeumo, to actually put up the kind of campaign that you might have been expecting last year, as in we're talking top 6 as an absolute minimum. Top 6 is a bad year, really, because Manchester United, the height and the depth of that club, really top 4 should be your base. But because of how the season panned out, I suppose it's diminished your
ambition.
It's dampened your enthusiasm. So where Marly Marl just thinks you guys are gonna improve, where are you on that? Do you think do you think those players have got what it takes to get it right? Was it just a bad year?
But is your question that are they going to improve with what they currently have right now, or with additions?
No, because from what Marly was saying, he reckons that those players can't play that badly again. Did
he say that before we signed Cunha and Mbeumo?
No, I asked you. So yeah.
So we hadn't.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want the context in it. That's all.
Yeah, because basically they can only make you better, really. But then that squad can that squad play that badly again, or do you expect more from that squad?
See, earlier when we was talking about, you said it just strives about being on paper. football's not played on paper. It's played on a football pitch in grass with 2 goals, surrounded by fans. Do you know what I mean? From what I saw last year, I think a lot of these guys are just they're not going to be getting. A lot of these guys are not going to get better. So I genuinely believe a lot of these guys are not going to get better.
So if they're not going to get better, then so when Della asks whether he needs his own players, and you're like, he should be able to coach these players. I'm trying to work out, like, so where are you at, kind of thing? Like, what?
There's a few players I think he should be able to coach, and there's a few players I think he should be able to get rid of.
Okay, so who's coachable?
For me, right now, you can't coach Casemiro. No, you can't coach Casemiro,
Okay.
and not because Casemiro's not been a great player. I think someone has hit their ceiling, and their career is just.
Yeah.
I'm calm now. I'm done. I've won what I've won, whatever. I'm not really looking to go through with being coached by another manager right now.
Yeah.
That's done. Someone like, even though he's been bad for us, someone like Højlund, he should be able to coach Højlund. Højlund's still young.
Yeah.
He's only, 21, 22, I think, or whatever it is. He should be able to coach Højlund to a degree where he is useful on the pitch.
I know you didn't watch the game. He showed promise in the beginning.
I've seen promise before from Højlund.
Yeah.
I've seen promise before.
He's good at that.
Yeah, he's good at that. So it's his one magic trick. Yeah. But he should be able to coach a Højlund. So there's specific players I will say, Amarin, you should be able to coach. Garnacho, Højlund, Kobe, Euro, even Lissandro, Onana.
But Garnacho, he doesn't want.
What's that? But I'm just throwing names at him.
Onana.
I said he should be able to coach him. He should be. I don't agree that he's a goalkeeper. He should be able to coach him.
Yeah.
There's players he should be able to coach, and then there's players it's like, I just don't think they just need to be at the club anymore. As I say, Casemiro's one. I think a few have already gone because Eriksen's gone. Johnny Evans is gone. Lindelof's gone. Rashford's gone now. And I know I think it's like Sancho, or I can't remember the other ones that are supposed to be on the list. Malacia, Antony, stuff like that. I think they want to go, even though I still think that they're at the age where they should be able to be coached by him. But if they want to go, I'm not one.
Is it them that want to go, or the club don't want them there?
I think it's the club.
If you ask the player, it's the club. If you ask the club, it's the player. You believe who you want to believe. Truthfully, I could care less.
The players must want to leave based on their performances.
Do you get what I mean?
You don't want to stay if you're playing like this, bro.
Yeah, like, it's one of those ones. Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's like the player's gonna blame the club's gonna blame the player.
Yeah.
I personally don't care enough to believe who I want to believe. I don't really care to believe the club. Because clubs and players are gonna lie to make themselves look good anyway. That's the reality. It's whether you want to believe it or not.
Yeah.
But as I said, there's players that he should be able to coach, and then there's players I just think are just past it, and it's just got let him go, let him get whoever he feels he needs to get in.
So right now, as it stands, with the business you've done, you've got stronger. Would you say?
I do think we've got stronger going forward.
Yeah,
with Cunha and Mbeumo, just because but this happens in 99% of. No one can guarantee any transfer is going to work out.
Yeah, of course.
There's probably like 1% of transfers you can guarantee.
You'd say you've got stronger though, yeah?
I would say on paper we've got stronger. Well, as you said, we know football is not played on paper.
Do you want? Are you looking for any more additions? Right.
Me personally?
Yeah.
Me personally?
Yeah.
I want a goalie, a centre back, and 2 centre mids.
Okay, cool. So you got a lot.
The last thing I would actually look for at the moment is a striker. Personally, I think we need a goalie, a centre back, and 2 central midfielders.
Yeah, that centre mid is key, especially for that.
2 central, not just one.
Yeah.
I want 2.
Definitely for that formation.
I want 2, and one with the keeper, because me and you've had this discussion.
Yeah.
You know me. I've said this.
You actually said you don't think you would finish top half of the table
if he's still in goal. Yeah, if he's still in goal, not a chance.
Just one thing in Marly's defence, so he did say it based off of apparently you lot missed way more chances than you should have, and you're quite high in the league table in terms of chances.
When you got high XG, got a high XG.
I don't know what the XG was, but apparently Man United missed. This is what he swears by. You lot missed loads of chances. So if you can get players that can put the ball into the back of the net, you'll be in a way better position. I've also heard that a few times from other fans.
Even
as well.
with that, if you're saying it was a bad season, then we wouldn't need signings then.
No,
you just go
in terms of goal scoring, in terms of putting the ball in, finishing chances.
No, but even so, you still wouldn't need signings. You would just say them man had a bad season. Let's not really get anyone.
That's kind of what I was asking you.
Let's
Maybe
just
a
give him
striker
another
though,
chance.
because Højlund, we all agree that Højlund isn't good enough to play up front.
Yeah,
So
I don't think he's
yeah,
good.
so maybe you'd say a striker. If you got an accomplished striker, then technically, based off what Marly's saying, then you lot should be thinking, which I don't believe. But
But the problem is we will still leak goals.
yeah.
Mitch, let me ask you a question on Højlund, sorry. So he's had 2 seasons, right?
Yeah.
His first season, how was his first season compared to his second season?
Well, his first season started off slow because he got injured for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a stat that came out, and I'm not massive on stats, but before I saw this stat, I saw this with my own eyes, where the wingers just weren't passing to him. Like they just weren't they weren't even like trying to feed him. There was just, let me get in the box, let me try whip it in, let me do this, let me do that type of stuff. And he was making decent runs. But then it got to the point where he had his little stretch where he had, I think he had like 6 and 7 or something like that, and thinking, right, he's going to start doing it. Then he got injured again.
Yeah.
Come back, and then he did start getting fed, and it was like, this guy just can't hit a ball. He just can't hit anything.
But would you say his first season, despite his injury, has been better than his second season?
Yes. His first season was definitely better.
Yeah. And your formation was different in with the first season.
I think we was 4-2-3-1 then.
Yeah, so would you not say what you said at the beginning in terms of Amorim should be able to like coach players and square pegs around hole? I think what he's tried to do is he's just literally done copy and paste from Sporting, pull out Man United, and you've not coached the players in the way that should be playing, because as you said, Højlund should be coachable. But the mere fact that he's got worse in the second season, playing in a completely different formation, I know he may not be the greatest striker, but he should be able to be doing better, because you guys have seen him do a lot better than he did in his first season. So the manager has to take some blame in that. Because,
I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. I think he should be able to coach Højlund to a degree where he's useful on the pitch. Even if you're a striker that doesn't score, Emil Heskey, when he was at Liverpool, he wasn't a striker that was a bagsman for Liverpool, but he was so useful, he made the other striker even better.
Yeah.
He made the midfielders even better. Do you get what I mean? He's got to be useful in the sense of, all right, goals are not going in for me right now. I need to still bring in my 2 wingers, my centre mid or whatever. I need to get at least make myself a nuisance enough where centre backs are like, flipping, it was a hard day playing against Højlund, you know. It's a hard day. He might not have bagged, but he created so much havoc that Garnacho bagged, Rashford bagged, Kobe bagged. Because of him, he's got to at least
show something.
At least do that. And the game I watched him at Fulham didn't do that, and the games I've watched on TV, he's just not been doing that.
Yeah.
At all.
Another question, and this is going to come to you first and to the rest of the group. If you had Marino as a striker, do you think you would have scored goals?
Marino?
Arsenal's Mikel Marino.
Mikel Marino.
Yeah.
Is he actually even a striker?
No, he's not.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think someone like Mikel Marino, I think he's not a player that needs to come into a bad squad. He needs to come into a decent squad to make a good contribution. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't think he's that talented enough to be like, you're going to be our leading man.
Yeah.
He's going to be a very complimentary piece for a team that is doing well. And we're not in that position.
Yeah.
You don't
Talking
need
about
that.
up front or in any position?
In any position.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
could be
yeah.
a centre back.
Yeah,
That could be
yeah.
a left back.
100%.
We need someone who's going to change a game for us right now. Do
Yeah.
you get what I mean? Whereas with Arsenal, they need other pieces to assist with where they want to go to. With us, we need a game changer.
Yeah, and that, my question was loaded because obviously Marino's a midfielder, and I asked you, Ed and Strives, as Arsenal fans, from what you've seen of Højlund, if he went to go and play for Arsenal, do you think he'll score goals, or do you think he would basically still be looking at you how he look at United?
Trash. I think it's
So you don't think he'll score goals?
Yeah.
But you think Marino can score goals? Why can't Højlund score goals in that system?
Because with Marino, like, so against Newcastle, for instance,
There's no pressure for Marino to play up top either.
Marino don't want to fight, bro. He wants to play
There's no
football.
pressure for Marino to play up top either.
Yeah.
It's a different pressure.
Yeah, no, I heard that. But my question was loaded, and I'll get to it.
With Marino, like, even his finish, it was culture. Like, I just like it was like a culture finish.
The
like,
Madrid finish.
Yeah,
That was rude.
and even the one against Newcastle just the other day, I haven't seen anything like that from Højlund. The most I see, he tries to rusty it. Like if he gets a little bit, he tries to pay some power, and then he just puts his foot through it and hopes for the best. I don't think that even if at Arsenal, even with a brilliant system where you can have all those chances, I just think with all those chances, he'll just miss most of those chances. He might get maybe 1 or 2 more goals, but I don't think he would Like I genuinely would play Marino before Højlund.
Yeah, but Marino, the difference is maturity.
Yeah.
Højlund plays like he's playing in academy football, but he's doing it on the Premier League on a bigger stage, whereas Marino is obviously matured.
But
like coach's finishing and like even when he first came, you were very complimentary of him. I liked his ball retention and the way he moves with the ball. Those are the kind of basics that
I was complimentary of Højlund.
No, of Marino.
Oh, okay.
Mikel Marino. And those basics as a footballer, like, I haven't really seen Chido, but when I see young players on the ball, do they understand the basics of make sure you keep the ball? I don't get that from Højlund.
No.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Well, my question was going to be loaded now. I was going to say, because if it was the other way around, then surely it just comes down to the manager again being able to coach a player and say, come be in this position. But to your point, you said when you watch the Fulham game, he was trying to do that, but Højlund just wasn't working.
So what do you think? Sorry. So what you think Arteta could get a tune out of Højlund?
Yeah. If he's got out of Marino.
Do you think Arteta can get a tune out of any player?
No, not anyone necessarily, but I just feel like
Specifically Højlund.
I just feel like in this system, what I'm trying to say is that it's not just all down to Højlund.
No,
the manager needs to take some blame. That's the only point I'm trying to make.
I'm specifically talking on Højlund because that's who we're talking about. There's other players that we can speak on.
Yeah.
But like, I think that, the only difference is that I think the manager takes responsibility because he's playing Højlund.
Yeah.
Like that's the only responsibility. But like he play anybody else, play Marino. Like Arteta's in Marino.
Or find a solution.
Play Bruno out there. That's the only responsibility.
Draymond's been saying to play Maguire.
Play Maguire. That's the only responsibility he has because for me, like somebody paid 76 million for this guy, bro.
It's crazy.
So like that's the only reason why he's on the pitch. Because if they paid 5 million for him,
they would.
But to be fair to him, there was a game, that he even played against us where he did look like he could be a handful.
Well, first game when he
but he was playing childish. Yeah.
That's what he likes to do. He likes to fight.
Immature, bro.
Ironically, he gave Heaven a tough time in was it preseason?
Yes, that preseason.
Yeah. So he's shown glimpses that there might be something.
That's the trick, innit? Because he shows glimpses. Like you said, that's the magic trick. Man.
There's how many times you can say that about so many players. They've shown you glimpses here and
Fool
there.
me once.
But that's
you know what I mean?
Damning indictment on Man United's business model, man. Because it's like you can clearly see they wanted to try and get their version of Haaland in it. Even by the name, it's coincidence. But the name is crazy. So obviously, he's 6 foot plus. He's somewhat quick. Scandinavian, right?
Yeah.
Even down to the blonde.
They copied the homework so badly.
But it's like, did they do their due diligence? Because even when he was at Atalanta, he scored 9 goals. Now, he doesn't make his own price tag up, but it's like...
He wasn't even their best striker. Their best striker is Skamaka.
Do you remember I was saying this to Mo in the group? And I was getting onto him. Sorry, he's another Man United fan. And when they were linked to Højlund, I was really getting at them. Yeah. And then even on our pod, I was saying to Marly Marl that, bro, he's... I don't even know if he's better than Nicholas Bentner. And they
Marly was wilding. He was wilding out, bro.
And I said he owes me an apology.
Have you got it yet?
No, I don't think so.
But to your point, I also said to Marly, I think you should have been concerned about the signing because he said the toughest defender he played in Italy was Chris Smalling. So if your toughest defender is Chris Smalling, how are you going to fare against VVD? How are you going to fare against...
wasn't a bad defender.
But I'm saying, but there are better defenders.
In Italy,
yeah.
After his hill, over the hill.
So not even Bastoni or them, man. Like, Chris Smalling was your toughest cover.
That's what he said. So that should be concerning.
Not even Bastoni.
That's Bastoni.
But Mitch, I know you said you don't really need a striker.
No. I'm not saying that I don't think we need a striker. I'm saying I think our urgent care is our spine.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you can get away with not having a striker for now, strictly because we generally need a keeper, we do need another centre half, and we do need 2 centre midfielders.
Definitely the
because
midfielders.
The striker's not going to defend for you 90 minutes. Do you know what I mean? We can get a striker to score 30 goals, but we're going to be leaking. We're going to be leaking. We're going to be constantly leaking. The game's going to be like 4-3 and all them kind of stuff there. And I don't think if we had a striker, we're going to be in a good end of those. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's different where, like with Arsenal, they needed a striker, but their defence was sorted. Their goalkeeper was sorted. Their midfield was sorted. Their wingers were sorted. They just needed a striker and maybe a few more people to add to the squad. we're in a position where our actual spine is a huge problem.
Yeah.
We're still relying on Casemiro. I remember last season, going into the season, there was in the papers talking about, Casemiro's looking lean, and but it's still getting diced and chopped up.
Same thing's happening again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's lean up again.
He's lean up. He's lean.
That's his trick, innit?
That's his trick.
They're full of them, man.
You know what I mean? Our midfield is just getting torched. Our defenders just look all over the place.
Yeah.
And our keeper, oh my God, calamity.
Yeah, I do agree with you. You do need to focus on the spine, especially with the formation that
He wants to
he
play.
wants to play. You need
Because you need
solid
in the
midfield.
formation he wants to play, you can get away with not having a striker.
Yeah,
for
100.
a
Especially when you've already signed
At least.
your 2 signings as well.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about Casemiro and Ugarte? Obviously, you mentioned Casemiro, but Ugarte is the other option.
Ugarte
Maino.
looks headless.
Yeah.
I've got hope in Maino strictly because he's come through the youth team and he's still young.
Yeah.
So the immaturity can still be there. Ugarte has to kind of be there. He's got to be the midfielder who's got to be there. He's at that age and come from where he's come from. He's got to be there. Casemiro's been there and he's done.
Yeah.
We've got to come off that boat. I think he's got like a year in his contract.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's going to bother to sign him. We do need a centre. We need 2 centre midfielders.
Yeah, I think
That's got
I think so.
I don't even really care if they're the best of passers. They just need to have legs. If they have legs, then you can have them front three of whoever it's going to be to do their business.
Yeah.
And it can protect our back line a little bit more because I think we can still kind of makeshift a good 3 centre-backs. But then keeper,
I know exactly who it should be for you. Like, it's got to be, because I haven't heard anyone else talking about it. Maybe Spurs, but
Paulinho.
no, well, it could be Paulinho to be fair, but Baleba in terms of his ability to have ball retention, drive with the ball, and
if I was going to buy a
it's gonna be the
centre-back right
feet.
now,
someone did mention that, yeah. But
yeah, and then Paulinho or Douglas
if I was
Luiz.
What Paulinho? Bayern Munich Paulinho?
Yeah.
If I wouldn't buy Paulinho personally.
You wouldn't.
I'm not saying he's not a good player.
Yeah.
But if I was
He's
going to
too old,
buy, if I was going to buy a centre mid, 2 centre mids now, I would agree with you on Belieber, and I'd buy Edison from Atalanta.
He's cold. He's cold.
Yeah. He's good. Liverpool were linked with him a lot, so I did.
And don't Atlanta play 3-5-2 as well?
Yes.
3-4,
Yeah.
And he's got legs. He can pass the ball.
Yeah.
And
But I think he might have signed a new contract though.
possibly
He might have.
Man United are a global brand. That doesn't mean anything. They can do what they want.
So they say.
If it was up to me, I'd probably go Belieber, and Edison.
Yeah.
Because Belieber's played in Prem,
Proven. Yeah.
and then Edison.
But
Like,
it's not going to be anything less than 75 mil for Belieber.
probably won't be the same
Yeah,
for Edison either.
What about Douglas Luiz on a cheap? Because he's having issues at Juve.
Yeah. He literally wants it out.
Yeah.
But I know Spurs are on him. Spurs are on him and Paulinho as well.
No.
No. So-
No. Not saying he's not a good player, but no. I personally.
You don't need another Brazilian. You don't need another Brazilian in your team, bro.
South Americans United. That's shaking.
Yeah.
That history is nasty.
Personally, I wouldn't. I'm an Edison fan because I always throughout when the season starts, when the actual season starts, when it comes to the foreign leagues, Italian league, I'll pick like 2 or 3 teams that I look at the teams that they got a decent squad.
Yeah.
And I'll watch them constantly.
Yeah,
I watch
yeah,
Atalanta a lot.
Yeah, they're cold.
And,
I enjoy watching
and I
them.
like the way they play football.
Yeah.
I like the way they play. They don't really play a traditional Italian way of playing football. So I'll definitely go for Edison, and I'll definitely go for Belieber. And if I was going to go for a centre half right now, centre half right now.
It's a tough one
The
because
market's tricky.
yeah, a lot of the best ones have been snapped up already.
Yeah, they kind of have in it. It's a tricky one. I'll have to think about that a little bit with the centre backs.
And what about a striker though? Obviously, last on your list. But
If strikers right now, because
On the subject of striker, I've got a question for
there's
you.
a shortage of strikers.
So obviously, right now, there's a transfer war between Newcastle and
About
United
Šeško.
for Šeško.
Yeah.
And obviously, last week we talked about United being basically fans or football players probably choosing Newcastle because of the footballing project over Man United. But obviously, right now, Newcastle have lost 2 players to Man United. So, question to you in terms of like Šeško, how confident are you that it will come over the line?
I'm not really, I'll be honest, I'm not confident. Even when we've got the transfers in, at the moment, I'm not confident in United in anything. So even if we got Šeško, I'm not confident that it would be like even a good deal.
Yeah, and good deal in what sense?
It'll be, we get taken to the cleaners or something. Do you know what I mean?
In what sense? As in you just throw the money at it?
Yeah, but it'll be like, they will say something to Newcastle and then they'll say something to United, and United will be so desperate. Does that make sense?
Say it, man.
Do you get what I mean by that?
I didn't say it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It'd be like, kind of like, oh yeah, we need. Do you get what I mean? It wouldn't be like, let's take our time with this. Let's make sure that this is actually the correct person.
Marly Marl would argue that under Ineos that United aren't as rash any longer.
Yeah.
Impossible.
So you disagree with that?
Wait. Just to say what Marley said. He said the signings we've got since he came in was Delict is obviously one of them. He's the highest paid. I think he's on like 190.
But even the mere fact that you got a defender 195, and that's what Ineos' benchmark. So when you get attackers of elite attackers, they're going to be over that.
No, so obviously, like what we said last week, when you're coming into a wage structure, you have to remember you're inserting these players into a wage structure.
Yeah, but you don't have to give it to them.
So let's say, for example, Kobe Maino's, I don't know what he's in, but let's say he's on 250. You can't bring.
But that's the problem that they've created. Which is what I'm trying to say. You have to stay within your wage structure.
But they have done his point is that they've done a decent job.
Oh, in the wages?
Yeah.
Oh, in the wages? No. In the wages, I agree with
what
him.
Delict should be getting, because
In the wages,
he should be getting over 250.
In the wages, I agree with him. In the wages, I agree with him. They've actually, because they've done the same with Cunha and they've done the same with.
Yeah.
But Cunha got what he wanted, and Bremer got what he wanted.
No, I'm sure they don't want more.
No,
of course they don't want more. Why not?
Cunha's on 250.
No,
Cunha's
on
190.
190. Sorry.
Ebuemo's on 150, 200 if we get into the Champions League.
Yeah.
Cunha's on 190. The only
And how
place
much
that we have over
if you get Champions League, does Cunha's wages increase?
that I don't know.
Yeah.
I know Ebuemo's does have that in there, but the only place we have over 200 right now, they weren't signed under Ineos.
From Ineos.
That's Bruno,
Casemiro,
Casemiro, Sancho, Mount, and
Rashford, but he's gone now.
well, Rashford's gone, and then there is another one.
How much you pay him?
Flip. I think it's like 2/5.
Yeah.
Casemiro's highest paid. I think he's like 4.
Yeah, that's that Champions League heritage.
Who's That's a Anthony. That's a Anthony.
He's nuts.
Yeah.
Mount,
That's
Anthony,
what
Rashford,
Yeah, you didn't say
Sancho.
Anthony.
I didn't say Anthony.
Yeah,
Anthony's the other one.
Yeah. But to the question, so you think Newcastle? No, you think you guys will be able to get that over the line?
I think we'll possibly have to get over the line because for some weird reason, I don't know why people are really not on this Newcastle thing.
This is what I'm saying.
They've been getting a head slapped in the window.
They've been getting a head slap,
Bro, James Trafford.
by who?
James Trafford was crazy, bro.
By who? And then I think this is what we go off track in terms of what I was saying. My thing was just United versus Newcastle.
No, of course.
All these other legacy clubs.
No, but Ed mentioned they've been getting their head
yeah,
slapped.
yeah,
I just thought of another
that hurts
slap.
them as well.
Huh?
Do you know what hurts them as well? What also hurts them is that Isak's your top player. He wants to leave, so people are going to be like, I want to come and play
But they
with
didn't know
Isak.
that before, though. They didn't know that he wanted to leave.
Who didn't know that?
No one knew
Oh,
he wanted to leave.
No, none of us knew that.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Remember, Isak's in the football world.
Yeah.
We're in the world that watches football. Do you know what I mean? His agent, them agents talk, they chat, they talk to each other. Isak, that would have got.
Yeah.
Once
I'm
he
sure
got
that's
the
why
link to
Liverpool
Newcastle,
flirted.
once Šeško probably got linked to Newcastle, he's probably talking to the agent saying, "Listen, what are they saying about Isak?" They're going, I don't know, don't know
Yeah, but
what's
he
going on."
needs to come in and replace Isak. His thing can't be like is Isak saying because he won't get game time. So Šeško has to come if Isak is leaving. But
Sorry. So the one thing I was saying is because all of the things that you've mentioned, and I agree with, if Isak is still choosing Manchester United over Newcastle,
Šeško.
Šeško, if he's choosing Man United, despite all of those things that we said, it's a huge problem there. Like you kind of
it becomes a
starts
bigger
giving
problem.
credence to what Marley was saying.
It does become a huge problem. But again, in terms of all the other players that Newcastle have lost out to, they've lost to legacy clubs. I'm not. That's fine. In order for you to compete with the legacy clubs, you need to throw the money at them. Unless you're throwing the money at them, they're not going to come to you. And that's the thing. And then the thing I was saying about Man United and Newcastle, United have to throw the money at these players because they don't have the and I said to him, that's fine because you've got the money. Newcastle, and that's how we said if Newcastle had the money, because they've got the footballing structure.
Yeah.
If they had the money and they're willing to give Cunha 190, they're willing to give Bremo 150 going on 200. I personally believe he'll probably go to Newcastle.
Yeah.
That's all I was saying. But
you see, like with Delap and James Trafford, where we don't know what's happening with Ederson at Man City, but even though he's chosen Man City, if it's a project thing, obviously I know what Man City is capable of, but I want to go and play football.
Would you come from their youth team?
exactly. And he's going to be a backup. He's going to be a second choice keeper at both clubs. So why would you not choose to be a second choice keeper at Man City?
Because you can probably depose
first choice at Newcastle.
Nick Pope, bro. Like he's got
But-
more of a chance of
But
deposing.
I think
than
potentially it's
in my
Edison.
opinion.
It's Edison that's probably leaving. So the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
choice keeper is
yeah.
going to be Ortega. So he's probably thinking I've got a good chance.
And then Delap as well to Chelsea.
Newcastle didn't want him.
Oh, was that
United
not-
did.
He's what
Okay, was it so Newcastle were never in?
No.
Okay,
No.
okay, fair
No.
enough.
There was
Alright.
went in for
Because
Mark Gay.
Delap was on the list as well, bro. Yeah,
Exactly.
Gay
People
did
make
as
up
well.
shit, man. No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
Okay,
'cause
fair,
I was gonna
fair.
say, why don't United try and go for Gay?
That'd be a great signing.
Yeah.
That'd be a great signing. But if I'm him, I'm not going United.
Yeah,
We got 60 million though.
Go to
That's the
United.
thing. All we hear is United are broke. I don't believe they're broke, but
No,
all we
no.
hear is they're broke.
Yeah,
And
that was
71 million for Mbuemo, 65 for Cunha, and you pay it. So
Getting
Yeah.
Rashford off the books and letting them not pay the entire wages is massive for us.
Yeah.
No, not the
Absolutely.
entire.
It's
it's 50. 50
No,
million.
they
reduced
no.
it.
But United are not paying anything.
They're not paying nothing.
Yeah, but he reduced his one.
He
Yeah.
reduced- no, he
That's
reduced
what you
his-
do
he
when you go
reduced
to-
his wages by 10%.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't.
That's what you
understand-
do when you go to a global
But I
club.
don't understand how that works though, because obviously, what has he agreed a new contract? Because
No,
they
I think it's something to like image rights or something like that. He's foregoing it. So
okay.
whatever that means Barca are going to pay
okay.
that amount.
Yeah, yeah.
The reduced amount. The mine I don't pay anything.
I think it's
Okay.
bonuses as well.
Yeah.
I think it's bonuses. There was that 17 million we were saved in the year or something like that.
17 million.
But let's go to Liverpool quickly. So Diaz confirmed out, Ekitike
gone.
in, but most importantly, the potential incoming of Isak. So let's be real, that's probably going to happen.
No, so well,
This is what Liverpool fans.
I'm
do.
not.
They
Listen,
play shit
you
down.
know,
Let's just own it.
I'm a
You've changed the tune a bit. Why do you think that's going to happen?
Why do I think it's going to happen?
Yeah.
Because Isak has come out and said he wants to leave.
Yeah, but he hasn't said he come out and
He's
said.
got-
No, he
he's
hasn't. He
got
hasn't.
3 years
actually
left
said
on
it.
his deal though.
No, I know.
Exploring his options.
Yeah, it's explains. I think he's probably leaning towards leaving.
No,
Yeah.
100%. But in terms of what he's actually said, he can go back from this.
Yeah, of course he can.
Yeah, so that's
Newcastle
why
will be
I
happy.
don't think it's a guarantee, and that's why Liverpool keep on speaking to Newcastle and saying, "Look, we want to get this player. Do you guys want to sell him to us?" So, like, it hasn't been a thing of like they're just throwing bids at him. They're being very measured in this because there's nothing's guaranteed here. So that's why I slightly disagree with it being like a foregone conclusion, because Newcastle really don't want to sell this
Of
guy,
course
bro.
not.
And I don't think Liverpool want to pay 150 million for
But
him.
yeah, but
I'll be honest. If I'm Liverpool, I'm paying 150 million because
You're gonna have
you
to.
buy Isak. Right
I don't think we have to.
If
a
you
wrap.
buy
Then he
Isak
ain't going.
now,
No, you
for
have
the
to- you have to-
the next what
no,
3 to 5 years.
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
It's a
No,
wrap.
no,
This is
no,
a
I hear
wrap.
that. I hear that. But at the same time, we have to respect ourselves, yeah. And the guy is essentially saying, "I want to leave this club." We know that that's subtract some money, bro. This guy doesn't want to be at your stinking
no,
club.
but that's fine.
But he's
That's
got
fine.
3 years.
He's got 3 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's fine, innit? But that's why I
and
would
it's
have
a
paid.
World, and it's a World Cup year as
I
well.
was gonna pay 150 for him before he said he doesn't want to be at this club. So no,
it's going to be 150
act
this year.
accordingly.
But it's
But
gonna
they,
be
but
150
they,
next
but they
that's
still
your
have
fault,
their
though.
leverage, though.
They still have the
Who's
leverage.
sure?
That's Liverpool's fault though, because there's been a debate in one of my group chats that some guys are of the belief that Isak and his team messed up by him coming out saying he wants to leave. But I think he was cool at Newcastle. But the only reason why he wants to leave now is because Liverpool have made their interest known. So he's been thinking, "Rah, the champions are on me. Let me move, innit?"
But no, but we
I wonder why
did.
he did it in the way he done it though. Like when it came out, I was like, okay, bro. Like there was 2 giants in Liverpool and Arsenal that really needed strikers.
Giants.
I would say Arsenal giants. And they needed strikers. You let Arsenal get so far down the line with Gyökeres, and you allowed Liverpool to go and sign Ekitike before you made noise. Like I'm wondering, did you?
I think it's got.
So with that, yes, Strives, I don't think Arsenal ever fully entertained the idea of getting Isak, which annoys me because it's like we were saying to the world we want him, but I don't think we ever had a conversation. I don't think we ever basically. If Arsenal did what Liverpool did, the outcome's the same. He gets his head turns and he wants to try and join us.
That was
That's
a
what
debate.
that
That
is,
was
yeah.
that was a debate. I
But
had
we
with
never.
Adela.
I didn't.
I don't think we ever did that.
I've
No,
applied
I know,
context in what I've said.
I know we didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying though, like what he has done invites the prospect of that being done. As of obviously, what Liverpool.
Nah, do you know what you're doing, Strauss? You're
What
doing
about
that thing where when you're in the club and like there's brothers that they see a girl and they're waiting,
Well,
and they
that's
don't
my-
move to a
that's
girl
my
until
analogy.
somebody
Yeah.
comes and moves to them and say, "All right, what this brother's clapped and he moved to her, so she's having it. Let me go and move to her, bro."
No, but
because you lot saw Isak shining and you didn't want to. You're too shy. You're
and then
shy.
obviously Liverpool done their thing. Like, I'm rating what Liverpool done.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
But could Liverpool have done it last season?
Could he? Could he?
Could they have done it? What they've done now? Could they have done it last
if they
season?
wanted to.
No,
I don't think they could.
No. No, I don't think they could not.
Why couldn't they?
last season.
Because I know what he's
You only
saying.
did what you did. Liverpool only
talking
did
about
what
the
they're doing
start
right
of the
now
season.
because of what you done last
Because
season.
we won the league.
Isak, that's what he's talking
One, you won the league, and
Yeah.
two, you didn't make any signings last season, so you've got leverage to do
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
That's the point I was making to you last season. I didn't think Arsenal were in a position to go and spend all their funds on one player. That's what I said.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Probably.
We keep arguing about whether it was all their funds or whether it was a portion of their funds. But my whole thing was, if you want a player, turn his head.
And that's what Liverpool done, and that's why I rate them. And I think again,
I don't think we did that though.
You did. You did.
Right, okay, let me.
I think you did that.
I know there's an argument.
100%.
But there's a strong argument we did that.
I'm onto it at the moment. 'Cause I'm just like, the timing of his announcement lets me know, in my opinion, that he didn't actually want Arsenal. And,
Yeah.
And he he probably wants a Liverpool. But if you want Liverpool, why have you come out now? I personally think he might end up at Barcelona. Maybe next season.
I think he's lost all the leverage. He's lost all the leverage because he's got 3 years left on his deal. And remember I was saying off camera, I think what's going to happen, or what I want to happen rather, is he's probably going to sign fresh terms with Newcastle
with a release,
with a release clause, and whoever wants him next season is going to get him. Similar to like Jack Grealish and other players, isn't it? Like even Gibbs-White.
Yeah.
Listen,
Has he got release clause now? Increased release clause?
We don't know.
We don't know, but I would not be
so.
surprised if next season he's gone to whatever team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, you couldn't go now because we ain't got the funds for you.
What are you going to say,
Mitch? With the Barca thing you said, they're not actually allowed to spend money this year.
Yeah, that's what
That's why
Barca's just never allowed to do anything.
The league's
but somehow they find a way to do it.
But they didn't spend money on Rashford though. They're only paying his wages.
Yeah,
So
the league actually told them you're not allowed to actually pay for a player.
Okay.
You're not actually pay because they basically had Nico, but it was like, no, you're not allowed to pay for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Barcelona,
This
but
year they're not allowed
they're
to.
dodgy, innit, man?
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, no.
But have you seen them play though?
cold. But they're dodgy side, man, behind the scenes.
Yeah, no, back to the Isak thing though. So, I was saying I'm not sure if we turn his head because I know that he wants money. Same way Diaz wants money, and I think even Nunez wants money as well, bro. But yeah, he's on 150, I think it is.
120.
120,
And
sorry.
he wants 300, innit?
He wants 300, which is technically kind of like the going rate for a top striker in the Premier League. I think he wanted the contract offer. They're far apart on the rightfully so, because Newcastle have a respected wage structure.
And in addition to that, that's what I was trying to say is when you're trying to bid for Cunha and you can't come in and say 190 when our marquee player.
You need to fit into the structure. We can't like break it for you, which is fine. Which is I agreed, especially when your marquee player is on his second contract. But that's why I don't think it's a head turn. I think it's like these guys can't pay me. I don't just want to play in the Champions League. I want to win the Champions League. So what can you do to compensate me for the fact that I'm going to go into the Champions League as a massive underdog when I'm probably, people are calling me one of the best strikers in Europe. So I think Liverpool coming in and they've done it the right way. Obviously they've spoken to him and there must be some kind of interest from Isak's camp, but they've gone there and they've said, Newcastle, what are you saying if we give you 120? And they've done the standard thing saying, no, you can't have it, whatever. We've got an Ekitike. And now he's come out and he's done the thing that every team hates, in my opinion. The same way like Liverpool kind of had to sell Luis Diaz because Luis Diaz wants to go Bayern Munich. Yeah. So now because we weren't going to sell Diaz, now you guys have to sell.
But you sold him at a very good price, right? You sold him like how much?
10 million over asking price.
10 million over asking price.
10 million over the offering price.
And then he's only got 1 more year left in his contract.
2 more years on his contract and he's 28.
Yeah, and Isak is 26 with 3 years on his contract. So
hence the over 100 million, bro.
But yes, he's saying he wants, but then I think he just has to go on Newcastle's term, and whatever they say,
of course, but then you're gonna get less from him next year. And remember what we're saying about Man United versus Newcastle. Man United generate money. Newcastle are not a generating club. We saw the Newcastle kiosk.
Because of where they are. Why would I care? But because of where they are, they'll rather take the gamble and say, let's keep you for 1 more season, plan for someone else to come in the hope that you'll still keep us in Europe.
Yeah. Do you think that's smart? Though?
No, it's not smart.
What's smart?
For Newcastle, it is, man.
To keep him.
Nah,
of course it's smart to keep him for 1 more season.
So
For one more year. Yeah,
100%.
definitely.
It's a no-brainer.
No, but the motivation has got.
We just said who I think you just said Grealish signed a new contract.
Yeah,
and then
he
you
went
got
for 100 mil.
But
Gibbs-White.
No, but hang on, that's with the guarantee though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And they signed new contracts.
If it's a guarantee, that's
But then sorry, Straz, well, because like there's players who have signed that agreement and then Sporting are trying to keep you, hold you hostage.
No, but
Daniel
they
Levy
didn't
is-
sign.
Daniel
They
Levy's-
didn't
those are
sign an
gentlemen
agreement.
agreements,
Those
though.
are
No,
gentlemen's agreement.
They were gentlemen
If you
agreement.
sign, if you enter a new
what's the
contract now,
agreement? A release fee for Isak.
yeah, whatever. Sign a contract with a new release fee,
So then,
increase salary for 1 year, whatever.
Yeah.
Why can't,
Get it
I don't agree.
Why can't Newcastle? Yeah, like I hear you. I hear your point that keeping Isak is probably a favourable option. But have you considered what if they don't keep him, sell him for the 150 or whatever, and then repurpose those funds in actually building a squad
Yeah, I heard
with
that.
quality players and give you the depth to compete in UCL? Because what Newcastle have proven and shown us time and time again is they can source quality players
Yeah.
and build a good team.
Yeah.
So that's why I might argue that actually Newcastle could probably take a leaf out of Liverpool's playbook when they were forced to sell Coutinho, and then they repurposed those funds and they built this team that eventually became the best team in the best club team in the
But I'm
world.
not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. They can still sell him. They'll sell him next season with a release clause that said you can go for maybe 100.
But why
Yeah.
not do that this season? Because you're in Champions League this season.
and exactly, and
50
they want
million
to
is a lot,
stay,
bro.
and they want to stay in Champions League.
But won't you stay in Champions League if you use that money and
But there's
buy?
Not necessarily.
It's like
I know,
you saying
it's
selling your
nothing's
best,
guaranteed,
yeah,
though.
selling your best player. Okay, if Arsenal want to win the league right now, yeah, would you be willing to say, oh, Saka, you go for 200 million right now, and we're going to reinvest the money for you, or you say, please stay for one more season so we can go and get what we need to do right now. What would you do? Sell it for 200? Or what? It's not tough. That's exactly what it is.
I hear what you're saying, but you know what? Because I was asked a question in a different way, but it was kind of like similar. Like it was like a similar conundrum where I said, if I won the league or the Champions League, let's say I could get the league, and if someone said today you're going to win the Champions League and the Premier League, I said, all right, cool. And they said, I said, in exchange for what? You sell Saka and Saliba. I said, yeah, I'm doing it.
But there's no guarantees though. But they give you a better chance. Like we can't say I can't guarantee you this will happen. All I can say is that you have a better chance by keeping your best players available to you for this one more season, and that's it. And you go next season.
I
Fine.
get your point. but
Financially,
I just think from what Newcastle has exhibited in the past, for me, it would show that. I'm just like, look, if the player's been unsettled,
If he wants to go, that's
he's
fine.
got an injury now. He doesn't want to go on tour to
He's
Singapore.
pulling
whatever.
styles, yeah. Suddenly his back hurts and he's great.
Yeah, imagine. And then all of a sudden, it's like I'm in my mind. I'm thinking, all right, how much time have I got left?
Yeah.
All right, cool. They haven't got a sporting director, so I know that obviously is a hindrance. So I don't know how they're going to be sourcing their players, but you have shown that you can find players, build a good team.
But how long did it take for those players to hit the ground running? Isak took a while.
Isak was instant,
It wasn't instant. It
He
took
scored-
a
he scored
while.
No, he was injured, but he's basically been a 1 and 2.
Yeah, but
Right,
and
he's
then
got
and-
Liverpool
on his debut, bro.
no, what I'm saying, it wasn't long. It wasn't straight away.
But he scored on his debut against
Just
Liverpool,
because he
bro.
scored like,
And it was a banging goal, and everyone was like,
okay,
this
just
guy's
because
a
you
fire
scored on the
player.
debut and it was a bang goal doesn't mean like you. Okay,
To Della's point,
Isak
he's saying
now-
his second season was when he
There we
came,
go. And
came
Isak-
around.
No,
Isak
100%,
now, a
but
finished
in
product.
his-
Wasn't that 3 seasons ago?
When he first came to the Premier League, Newcastle fans said that this is a successful signing.
Okay. Is Isak a better player now or 3 years ago?
But that wasn't a
No,
point.
but that's exactly the point I'm making, which is that like exactly. So,
But I would never disagree with that.
So to my point, if I've got the finished product now,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to get to somewhere, why would I let that finished product go and bring in someone else and try
Because
to?
you have to
because
plan
there's
for
no
the-
guarantee. Of
because
course,
you
you
have
have and that's why you plan for the future by saying, stay one more season. Keep us afloat, and then we'll sell you next season.
Keep us
And-
afloat. No,
and-
so
and-
you're
and-
saying
and
keep
in
us
saying
afloat
that,
in the competition, which I agree with. But
give us a better chance of staying
but then
afloat.
off the pitch is where Newcastle are struggling. They're not struggling on the pitch.
by getting us into Champions League again, hopefully that helps financially. That's all. That's
But
the
this
whole
is a
package.
guaranteed 50 million. You're going. Hang on. You're not going to
it's-
get. Let me just say.
Whether it's guaranteed or not,
let me
there's still a bigger thing that goes with it.
financially, playing in the Champions League, you're not going to get 50 million from as Newcastle.
Yeah.
Selling Isak, if we're saying selling him for 150, you're guaranteeing 50 million.
But okay,
that's
sell
my
you
only point.
now for 150, or potentially sell you for 100 next season.
Yeah. So
which
you're
one are you,
guaranteed.
which one are you taking for your marquee player?
Your thing is focusing on Champions League. Champions League is going to generate less than 50 million.
The question is, you have a target. You have a goal this season.
What's the goal?
Whether
Is the goal Champions League?
Let's say, Champions League.
Champions League.
100%.
Yeah, so let's say Liverpool's goal is to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
Do you sell your marquee player this season for more?
So
or hold down and sell it for less next season?
You know me. The whole time when people were talking about Salah leaving, I'm saying we need to move on, bro. Why are we getting stuck in the past for players that we don't know are going to be here the next season, or we want players that I always want players that want to be at this club, bro. If Salah's saying to me, I don't want to be here, let him go, bro. Luis Diaz says I don't want to be here, he has to go, bro. That's why it's always going to be that for me, bro.
However,
always
you have to look at levels. That's why I'm with Della, because it's like, if you look at it, Isak's been Newcastle's best number 9 since Shearer. When did Shearer stop playing? What, 06, 07?
Before that.
So, like, he is infinitely worth more to them.
Yeah.
So I'm with Della, like, listen, you keep him for one more year, he gets you top 4, because he's that good. He's that good on his own to get you top 4, yeah?
He's done it last this season.
Wait.
Loki, that's too far. But he is level.
He's the missing link,
Wait. I'm not saying I disagree with that point. What I'm saying is that other teams are getting better.
True.
So how many times have we got in top 4 in the last 3 seasons? Twice, right? Twice. So that one season they didn't get into. What happened to them?
I think they got hit with injuries.
They played in the Champions League. Didn't have the squad depth.
Yeah.
So that can happen this season as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they can play in the Champions League with Isak and not make Champions League.
Yeah,
and then not qualify for Champions League as well. And then lose out on that Champions League revenue when they can guarantee the 50 million.
I've never disputed that. All I said,
Della, you know what phrase that Della loves? A bird in the hand. A bird in the hand is one of Della's phrases.
I think that's my phrase.
I bet it has it's like, I remember when United won the league in the Champions League, and then Ronaldo's supposed to go Real Madrid.
Yeah. Yes, I remember that.
There we go.
One more season.
That's it.
We've still got 80 million in.
Yeah.
Because his aim was to travel in the Champions League again.
Yeah.
Well, I hear his point, because if you do let Isak go now, then Bruno's knocking at your door.
Yeah.
Then Anthony is knocking at your door.
100%.
We're in the Champions League this year. Who you actually we've lost out on these players already, and now we're losing our best player. The optics are like not weighing well. If you
sell Isak and then you get Ekitike or
Šeško, but you can't get Ekitike now.
No, but
I know,
but there is somebody. Is his point?
If you wait that 1 year, he's got 3 years.
Yeah.
You can still get 120 million from next season.
Literally.
I don't know, man.
Of course you can.
Do you know?
If he slaps 30?
Of course he can.
Which is a big possibility.
And
Wait. If he slaps 30, then you're going to get way more than 150. Because you know why? Because he doesn't slap 30.
We're saying minimum.
No, but he doesn't slap. Did he slap 30 this season?
No, he slapped 24.
So obviously you're going to get more than 150.
So what's your point?
My point is, he might not slap 30. But 100%,
if you don't slap 30,
hang on. My point is that you can get 150 now. That's my point.
I'm not disputing that, but I just made a value. Everyone just made a value as to why you say, let's hold that for one more season.
Because he's going to slap 30.
I didn't say that. We didn't say that. We didn't say he's our prize asset.
They're not in a position where they have to. Because I say he's got 3 years.
Okay,
when you've still got 2 years on you, you can still go on a very healthy transfer.
Diaz and Wissa.
If he was on 2-year deal, I would agree with you. Because it's on a 3-year deal,
that's fair.
I agree with him.
However, he's not a Kane or Hazard, but he might be able to, even with 2 years left, still go for 120 million because he's that good.
Yeah.
Kane went for 100 million. I think he had a year left on his deal.
Hazard made no sense.
It made no sense, but because he's mash work and Harry Kane, he went for crazy money. Yeah. Hazard mash work, went for 100 mil. Obviously, that was the end of him, innit? I still think he can go for 120 mil.
Fair.
I'm not sure, purely just because he's at Newcastle. I mean, and I'm not, there's no slight at Newcastle, but I just think if he's on his last year of his deal, I think
he's got 2 more years. He's got 3 seasons left. Next year will be 2 seasons.
And bro, 2 years, he can probably still go.
He's capable. He walks 20 in his sleep. I know obviously people say like, you got to do it for 3-4 seasons, but his last 2 seasons, he's walked 20.
The way he's played as a 9, the way he's played as a striker, he's complete.
He's complete, bro.
Let's be honest. Højlund is a bagsman.
Yeah,
he's not complete.
He's not complete.
Not complete, bro.
He's a
but he doesn't need to be either.
He's more Højlund than Isak.
Yeah.
Højlund is a hybrid Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
He's a hybrid Van Nistelrooy. I'm a goal machine.
So, but all of this is to say, I don't think it's guaranteed that he's going
Yeah,
to Liverpool.
okay, but then my question I wanted to
that was my
ask
point.
I don't want him to go to Liverpool because the next 35 years
is funny because
Sticky.
it started off with you saying, let's be real, he's going to Liverpool.
yeah, because that's
But
based on
then-
what's been happening. But
Yeah, but then this debate is making even me think maybe he isn't going.
yeah,
no, no.
maybe. But the question I was going to ask, let's say in a hypothetical world that he does go to Liverpool.
Yeah.
How does his formation, like, what's your formation with Ekitike, Isak, Wirtz, Salah? How does it work?
So what I like about what it looks like we're doing is that we're just building right now. They're not caring about where this guy's going to play or that guy's going to play. We know that these guys, that Salah is on his way out. We know that Virgil's on his way out. We're trying to build for the future. We're trying to future-proof the club. So, and we're trying to get players in that can give us a range of systems to play.
But those two players don't play in Salah's position.
What do you mean?
Ekitike and
Isak.
Isak.
No, but Wirtz can play in that position and
Okay.
Ekitike can play deeper. I don't know. Obviously, Isak can play on the left. So I'm saying we've got players that can technically fill out all of these positions if that's the case. And
Yeah.
obviously, Slot has the time and the luxury of winning the Premier League to allow him to maybe start from the beginning. Like scratch everything because last season wasn't his team.
I
this is my team.
don't think you can start from the beginning after with all the signings you're making now. You can't say that.
I
Though.
think
What do you
you've
mean?
replaced-
We are starting from the
I
beginning.
think you've
bro.
replaced pretty much what you've needed to replace, really.
Yeah,
Straight, I
like,
think it's been quite straightforward.
no, we haven't replaced the centre backs.
Yeah, I think they've.
We sold Quansah, we lost Jota. Rest in peace.
Centre back, obviously, that's different. I think you replace your left back, you've replaced your right back, you've added another centre midfielder kind of can play right wing.
But
and
sorry, you see on the right back.
You got a strike, you're replacing Nunes.
So we got Frimpong, but we haven't replaced what our right back did and contributed to the team.
Yeah,
Isn't
but
that what Wirtz is
there's
for?
there's no right
Not
back
necessarily.
history or now that plays football like Trent.
Which means we have to change our system. So and obviously,
You
so
have
that's
to
what I'm
change
saying.
certain ways,
So that's what I'm saying. We kind of have to scrap everything that was happening before. This is now.
Really?
Would you say?
Yeah, 100%.
Would you say that you've gone back into a position where you're in transition?
Transition because we've like I said, we've lost like probably about 30 to 40% of our creativity.
Yeah, man.
So there's no pressure on Liverpool.
Here,
this season.
yeah, man.
I don't know if you're in a transition.
Wait, so you're doing trick questions?
No. Transition is a huge word. Transition is a huge
No,
word.
but I didn't say the word transition. He did, so it is.
Like, you know what? Max was saying that yesterday, innit?
It's a huge
And he's a
word,
Liverpool
bro.
fan. And then everyone was getting onto him. Like, bro, transition.
No, it ain't. There's definitely, like I said, I think there's like 30% of style that we played has gone. So now we have to replace it. Obviously, Della mentioned we brought in Wirtz in. We've brought in Ekitike. We brought in guys who are somewhat creative and somewhat
Just
also
higher at
different
the
style of
pitch.
player, higher at the pitch. But then we do have to replace Jota. We have to replace Quansah and then Konate. We don't know what the case is with Konate as well.
How long has he got left?
1 year.
1 year.
Yeah. So
He's gone in it. He's gone.
I don't know. That's the same with Trent and Salah and VVD. I just don't know, man. Until it
Wait,
happens.
Salah's signed, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he signed. But I'm
Yeah.
saying like last season, I had no idea until they signed.
But the thing is,
but-
how old is Salah again, sorry?
Salah is
33.
32, 33.
I think he's
I'll be honest, I think he can still play for you lot until he's at 35.
I think he can play till he's 38.
I think he can play for you lot at least until he's 35.
No, you say that though, but you never know when a down year comes. Right?
It comes.
goes-
That's
it
the
goes
thing.
like
And
that.
it comes like
out
of the blue, innit?
I think
But I think a lot of the
he
footballers
had that
nowadays
Indian
are
summer.
different.
I think that
Indian
was
summer.
in his career. Like,
What? No. Oh, I thought you meant like last season or the season before or something.
no, like yeah, like I think, bro, like what Salah did, bro, he ain't getting anywhere near that this year. In fact,
Wait,
I
what do you
think-
mean? Like,
I just think
that's
that.
what.
That's
Remember,
what I think.
remember when he said that last season,
No,
No, I
and
said that.
then he smashed all the records.
No,
bro.
I didn't say that last season.
did
I
say
said that
last
last
season,
season
bro.
for this season coming.
Wait, what's say
I
that
said it
again.
last season. That's just finished.
When did we have that Saka versus thingy?
No,
argument?
that wasn't. No. This is what we're not going to do.
Because I told you when I go
No.
home, I listen to the old
Yeah,
episodes.
yeah, feel free and snip it and
Wasn't
share it in the group. The Salah,
not in
the
that way. It
Salah.
wasn't a debate in that way.
Okay, no, and this is I can't. We've been recording for so long.
No, I
don't-
said when did we have that debate? I
but
didn't even
that
mention
debate
that
wasn't about any Indian summer. That
No, I didn't say that. I said when did we have that debate? And then he said because I remember when we had it.
I know what you're trying to say. You're trying
Yeah,
to say
why you saying
Salah's been
defensive,
doubted
bro?
a couple of times,
Yeah.
and he keeps like proving
No,
that.
and then breaking the
No,
records the next season.
Styles talked about Salah having this like in terms of numbers what he did last season. Then you said about Saka and Salah. That was never my thing. We just talked about player of the season,
No,
I said Saka, you said Salah.
You're misunderstanding me. I'm asking when we had that season, because when we had that season, he was being doubted. I didn't say you doubted him in that conversation. I'm asking him just to know when we had that conversation.
When he was being doubted.
Exactly. And then after then,
he got that 300k contract.
Exactly. Then he got that injury the season we missed out on the Premier League. And I'm saying, people are saying that he's done, bro.
Yeah,
but then he's come and broken records since then. So
what you reckon he can defy those odds again?
No. So Dele has said it this season, or the season just gone. I'm saying he doesn't. Dele then tried to style it and say, well, he's not going to do better than this season gone.
Yeah.
Nobody can do better than this season gone.
I
think he's going to get like maybe 20 plus goals or whatever, and then that's a great season for somebody who is in that age. If he can maintain 20 plus until he stays at Liverpool, then what are we talking here?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think he's doing it. And I think with Trent, you guys are losing Trent. I don't think Liverpool fans and Liverpool actually know what they've lost yet.
But we
know what you've lost.
We don't need him to do that though. If Ekitike comes in and does what he's supposed to do, and Wirtz comes in and does what they're supposed to do, that's the whole point of strengthening your squad. Is that you're not reliant on somebody having to break records for you to win the league. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Cool. But can you answer that question in terms of like where do you think these players will play in terms of like positions?
So I think Isak obviously will be the main guy. I think Ekitike will probably be up front and on the left, same as Gakpo.
So let's say starting lineup. Isak up top, Salah on the right. Who's on your left?
Isak up top, on the left.
Salah on your right. Yeah. Let's just say like, your best squad with these signings.
It's got to be Gakpo now.
What, over Ekitike?
Yeah, right, bro. We've not even seen Ekitike touch a kick
So Ekitike is going to be
he ain't even played pre-season game yet. So
if I'm Ekitike's team, I'm so pissed off.
Because you spent what, 90 mil?
If I'm Ekitike's team, like because I've let my player go to Liverpool under proviso that he's got more opportunity.
You've been compensated for your player going.
But at the same time, the competition was also.
If you're going to the Champions and you failed and you wasn't great at PSG, calm down.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
bro,
and you've only banged in Bundesliga.
but you paid a premium for me.
Yeah, the question that marks it is just.
So I'm expecting to play.
Bro, it ain't tricking if you got it.
True.
Come on.
True. Anyway, okay. Let's
Sorry. Let's answer your question. Yeah, I think Gakpo starts on the left. And then,
I'm just saying your best squad. Like with all these.
I don't know enough about Ekitike to say. So it's going to be Gakpo. It's going to be Wirtz. It's going to be.
But where's Wirtz playing?
Wirtz will probably be playing a 10. This is if we do the 4-2-3-1 that apparently Slot is talking
so
about.
Wirtz in your midfield. Who's your?
Soboslai comes out for me, even though he's been looking a bit.
Gravenberch and McAllister.
Yeah, and then defenses, whoever wants to be there. Bro.
How much did you pay for Ekitike again?
I think it's 79 million euros.
How many goals would you expect from him with that money?
So that's the thing, because again, goals. It's like Firmino. How many goals do I expect from Firmino, bro?
Right,
if he comes in and does a Firmino role,
to GAs then, like goals and assists, goal contributions.
If he comes in and plays that Firmino role, the false nine or whatever, I don't know what he's good at. But if he does that, then I'm expecting whatever Firmino got in his best season.
I'm gonna need you to wrap this up.
No, because the only reason why I asked, because obviously Bods is that's it.
He says we're going to win the league.
He says he's going to win the league, and then obviously when Arsenal signed Gyökeres, he made a bold assertion that he expects 25 league goals.
I agree with that, bro.
From Gyökeres.
So if you do agree,
from Gyökeres.
that's why I asked, what do you expect from Ekitike then?
Yeah, but Ekitike, you said that Nketiah bangs more goals.
You can't answer the question.
You said that Nketiah bangs more goals from him, so how can I expect him to bang more goals?
So answer the
tell me
question.
what I said.
About what's the question?
He's answering a simple question.
What I said's got nothing to do with what you're about to say. I'm asking you a question here.
I answered the question already. I said I expect him to get the same as Roberto Firmino in his best season. I don't know, but it was never.
It doesn't sound like
You can give us a number.
I think his best season was 15
So it
goals.
was 25 league goals.
From that kind of money.
So it weren't 25 league goals.
Bro, Firmino in that season was worth that price, bro. In the season, what you can't. Nobody can tell me nothing.
No, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
Was it 25 league goals?
Season?
No.
Was it 25 league goals?
Why do I need? Wait, what's going on?
Because you know what's going on.
Okay.
You're trying to put more expectation
on a guy who scored 97 goals in 100 games. What's going on here, bro?
You spent 80 million on
so
your
what?
striker.
So what, bro?
No, bro. What do you mean?
Pressure's pressure, B.
No. Okay, so what?
So what? Here?
Okay.
So what?
Let's have it right. Are we talking about? Are we talking about? No. He's trying to. No, you can't agree. You can't agree with that.
Go on.
I hear what you're saying. Are you saying that he's got? By the way, I think he's going by if Ekitike, you don't get Isak, you stick with if Ekitike.
Yeah. It's our main
that
striker.
means he's going to be your number 9.
Yes.
How many goals you'd expect? That is what I think he's trying to say.
Yeah. But okay, so it's like saying if we got.
I can't lie. We need
if we got Liam Delap here, and we paid 90 million for Liam Delap, and you got Gyökeres and you paid whatever you paid for him, I'm still going to be expecting Gyökeres to get way more goals
I
than Liam
think
Delap.
that's fine. That's fine.
No, but
It's
you
your question
have
is that
to
you
think
just
about-
want a number, right?
though. You have to have a number.
You just want a number.
Oh, yeah, my number's like 15. Like I said, what Firmino got in
If he's
his
your
best
number one
season. That's why I
striker,
said
if he's
15.
number one striker, with the money you spend, he's got to get 20 minimum.
Why? Because what if it's
If he's your number one striker.
Because why did you spend 90 million if you don't want him to get a good
What if
outcome?
it's a 9.5?
That's what
bro?
I'm saying.
If he's your number one
50, you
striker, he's got
think
to
I'm
get
taking 15 million?
Wait,
That-
hang on. So wait, Della. If
9.5.
I
Nonsense.
wait, so how much?
Stupid.
How many? So
Like 80 million for 15 goals.
let me ask. Yeah.
Can we go now?
Wait.
Can we wrap up the pod?
Hey, Della. Okay.
Because we're not
No.
podding
Wait.
seriously
Let me
anymore.
look. Come on. Obviously, you lot are putting the heat. Okay, heat for 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm not putting no heat.
You are. You know why?
It's
You know why you're
fine.
putting heat? Because you're saying
It's
now,
fine.
Mitch,
No, listen.
talk. You're saying
No,
Mitch,
it's
talk.
fine. It's fine to like just say a number.
Yeah, I
It's
said
fi-
15. I
Alright.
said 15.
No one's
best
gonna
time.
flog you. No one's gonna flog
No,
you.
I said 15, but you lot aren't having the reason why I'm saying 15. The reason why I'm saying 15 because I don't think he's a goal scorer. I think he's more of a facilitator.
Okay.
But you lot are saying you can't pay 79 million euros for a facilitator.
You can if that's
Exactly,
what, if
so
that's
that's-
what he is.
But then you brought up
I didn't know that's
what
you-
Bud says.
yeah,
You brought up what Bud says. You said Bud said that Gyökeres has to score 25 million. The reason why
25
I
goals.
agree with that because not because you paid X or whatever, because he's a goal scorer. He's what you're talking regarding Haaland. Like he's not Isak, he's a goal scorer, but that's his one thing that he's good at is scoring goals. So I'm gonna expect you to come on and do that final thing that Arsenal have been looking for, where Mourinho scored how many goals? How many?
And when he got, he scored 6 goals.
Marina, I can't even. I don't.
And then how many did Havertz score? So obviously I'm expecting you to score 25 goals. That makes more sense than saying Ekitike should score X.
What about Works? What do you expect for him?
Well, so I need 10 goals, 10 assists.
I'm saying 30 G&A, so 15. You spend 150 million on him.
Yeah, maybe.
You
You know what? I'm not mad
Ed,
at that.
You know what they're trying to do, yeah?
I'm not mad at
they
that.
want
though.
No
low risk
pressure.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
but
want
no
to
pressure.
spend all the money, but say, yeah, but you guys have entry requirements.
Yeah.
But then we spend 55 mil.
you ain't won nothing, bro. But you ain't won nothing, though.
When they was
You ain't won
watching-
nothing. The pressure is on.
No,
You have
when they were
to.
watching Man City saying, "Oh, you're spending all this money." Now you're spending money. Put some expectation on
Yeah,
your guys.
but Man City were winning stuff and we were winning stuff. You don't haven't won stuff.
That's
You have
not-
to.
they-
No,
all
wait,
they're saying
Della,
is
you
pressure.
said you're being biased.
I'm not.
Let me finish.
What they're saying is not.
That is
Let me
pressure in
finish.
itself to win
Exactly.
stuff. That is
Exactly.
to win stuff.
And they're applying the same
Exactly.
pressure on you.
But they're trying to deflect pressure on us.
They're not.
Let me tell you what.
They've accepted their pressure. They're saying
Let
you
me
should
tell you
also
why.
have pressure.
Let me tell you why there's no pressure on us. Because when you won
There's no
something,
pressure on the champions.
So Man City never had no pressure.
Man, from who, bro?
Man City
Well,
never
the
had
way-
no
the-
From Liverpool.
They have to have
The
pressure.
best
No,
position-
that's
this is-
self-
listen, let me
that's
move
self-
on.
position-
No, hang
the
on,
best
hang on.
position to
That's-
strengthen from is when you're the strongest.
No,
And you
but-
guys have done that.
But the pressure
Hey,
on
hey,
Man
hey,
City,
we need to move, we need to
Della,
move,
the
we need to
pressure on
move.
Man City is coming from Man City. The pressure on Liverpool.
Coming from Liverpool.
Yeah, it's not.
Like it, but you just heard.
Did I
You're
ask you
saying
to
it's coming
spend
from
80 mil
Liverpool.
on
You're
Ekitike?
you're saying it's coming
Did
from
I ask you?
Liverpool, but
Hey,
I don't.
hey.
I'm telling you, if you spend 80 mil Ekitike
Wait,
and you
hang
give
on.
me 15
Only
goals,
one of
I
us
will
here
be
has
back
said their
here.
manager should be sacked.
I'll be back here.
Only one of us here said their
All
manager's
right.
been sacked.
Deflect
So
if you like.
respectively, when I say there's no pressure
Deflect if
coming
you like.
from me, there's no pressure coming from me,
Deflect
bro.
if you like, but
Alright,
let
cool,
him score
cool.
15 goals and
Yeah.
we'll sit here.
Yeah.
we will
And
be
then
there.
do what?
Let's
Just
quickly-
make sure you win
let's
something and then you can say whatever you want.
Okay. Let's quickly talk about in terms of Gyökeres, obviously latest signing. You guys got your new striker number 14, Glock 14.
Hey, 25 goals in the bag.
Quick one because we're really running out of time.
Yeah.
My question was going to be, what's your expectations for him? But let's not go there.
I'll answer it though. 20 league goals.
20 league goals.
Easy.
Minimum, yeah.
Yeah,
I
minimum.
like that. See, I was going conservative with 16.
No.
16, but I was going to say 25 plus all competitions.
Yeah.
So 16 minimum.
Wait.
And you know why?
I said 15 for
let me tell you
Ekitike,
where
you're saying
no,
16.
but
Strive.
let me tell you where
That's
my one
crazy.
is.
Strive.
Let me tell you where my one is, yeah? Let me tell you where my one.
Wait, you not just rush me
Okay.
for that.
Yeah, but guess what?
Please.
I only paid 55. My guys only paid 55 mil. We paid 55 mil, and 16 league goals in your first season is an extraordinary season. How many? How many? No, that's not extraordinary. Let me tell you
We
why.
can't be cooking everything
I know,
that was
yeah.
going
I'm
16.
cooking it, but I'm cooking it because they spent 80.
Hey,
though.
Strives, you got to show your work.
All right, let me show you my work. I'm going to show you my work. There's no player that outside of Haaland that has come from another league and has just slapped 20 league goals.
Suarez.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Not in his first season, was it?
Suarez done a mad
In his first season?
I swear this.
I don't know.
Go on, I'll confirm.
I don't really- I-
Keep
will-
talking. Let me confirm.
Yeah, confirm. Yeah, confirm what I'm thinking. So I'm just basing it on.
I think it might be
20. So when I'm saying 16 minimum, obviously I'm being conservative because I'm just like that's where I'm going to be like. If you don't hit that 16, that's when your strides is going to maybe have a crash out. But if you give me the 16 minimum, I'm going to be like that's cool. Your first season, etc. What he can do is potential. Of course, he can do 20 plus.
Not
That's
Suarez.
right. He got 4 in his first season and then 11.
4, Jesus
11.
Christ.
No, he came in January though.
Came in January.
Yeah.
4 and then what? And then you said 11.
11, then 32.
So
yeah.
these are extraordinary players, but then you're asking me to expect my Swede to just come true.
My Swede.
I just
My sweet.
That's talking about vegetables.
My sugar.
Listen, but the only thing is, yeah, do you know what the issue is with that?
Go on.
Where Suarez can kind of get away with it. You lot need to win the title.
Exactly, bro.
Of course, we need to win.
So I think he would need to get. I would agree with Ed. I think 20 has to be the minimum for him
But I think he collapsed
in the
'cause
league.
He's going to be on penalty duty now. You know,
think so?
Saka's.
You think so?
No,
You think
no,
he's
no,
going to take?
no,
You think
no,
he's
no.
taking that?
Saka's,
Saka?
listen,
Second.
Saka's kind of shaky on pens. I can't
Goal
lie.
scorer
He
is one
scores,
of
but
the-
like,
He is,
he's kind of
he is.
shaky.
But Odegaard's shaky.
But you're going to wait for him to miss first before he
yeah.
get it to
Nah,
Gyökeres.
listen.
No, but Saka's got his own intentions as a
I
brand
hear
as
it,
well.
but-
But
No,
you know what? We don't even
my-
get that many penalties, you know, because we've spoken about this in other groups, yeah. And I personally, when I started arguing about it, I was thinking, Arsenal, we don't even get that many penalties anyway.
That's how you
No.
came up with 16.
But
No, bro, but you can
I
keep
think
doing
he's
that.
gotta
I'm
get
just saying
20.
60 minimum. That's all I'm saying, minimum.
That's
And
what I said,
mine is
15 minimum.
mine's just shrouded on reality of first of all, and also in terms of when I think about what we paid for him. If somebody tries to get at me because he didn't get 20, I'll be like, all right, cool, 16 minimum on 55 mils, cool.
No,
but you
but-
can't give me 15.
no, but you know why I'm with Joey is because I don't think there's internal pressure. I don't think there's even external pressure. But the fact that we made the 9 this mythical thing, he's gonna have to bag.
But guess what? I think he's going to.
Same.
So I'm saying
Havertz,
minimum.
as trash as he is,
I
he's
mean,
back
Marino,
13,
like I said,
yeah.
Marino.
I think
That's
he's
what I'm
going-
saying, 25 plus, bro.
I think he's going to. But what I'm not having is he can't put a number on me. He
No,
can't.
but I'm not
He
putting
can't
it.
do that.
All I said is I agree with what Bod said. All I said is
neither can Bods.
No, but
You lot can't do that.
No, but based on what Ed said, all I'm saying is that's the same thing working out.
But I think the
I
working,
don't, I'm
the
not saying he
working out
has to
is,
score
yeah,
25.
based on Gyökeres' history, the expectation is that, bag 2025.
Yeah.
Based on the price that you guys are paying, the expectation is that,
Yeah.
and that's it.
And also,
I agree with both of them,
And then
yeah,
the
yeah.
mitigating circumstances here is in your first season, coming from a different league.
It's hard, man.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, how much odds can one person defy?
No, but how come you're not saying that? Why did you say that for your first season about Ekitike coming to the Premier League, bro?
Because you already you said why I said.
Do you know
I'm
why
not
else
saying
why
that?
you should get
Because he's
20?
got Eddie and Nketiah numbers.
So you're backing me, bro.
No, I'm not backing you because I'm letting you know as much as I know that I don't care. I do not care. He has to score goals because you spent that money.
No, you don't. That's it, bro.
Well,
Nah, if he's going to be a
we'll
number
see,
one striker,
bro.
he's got to score goals.
You will see, bro.
No, bro. But yeah, he's going to be
Look at
like
how
a
much.
support.
Look how
This-
much.
this sounds like the Havertz deal,
Pay
man.
90 million for Emil Heskey, bro. Think of it that way, bro.
No, but you had Michael Owen. That's the difference.
And
Yeah,
We got Salah. We got Mo Salah, bro.
and when he bought Heskey was bagging up for Leicester. So
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
ain't
he
Leicester,
was. Yeah,
man.
he
yeah,
We
he,
ain't Leicester,
of
man.
course.
Nah, he was. That was a decent Leicester
Your
side.
strives in disguise, bro. He's shooting at you, bro.
This guy can come back anytime he likes. Anytime he likes. If I have to stay at home so he can be here, he can be here.
I'll be there, bro.
But the thing is, both numbers. I think if you don't get Isak, Ekitike, your number one striker, he has to bag 20. You lot are going for the title. He has to bag 20.
He has to, man.
Yeah.
He has to bag
Pressure,
20.
But
pressure has to get
remember,
felt.
but remember,
And he's in
on
a
both
better
sides.
team, and he's going to get more chances.
But we won the league without a striker, though. You know?
You can say he has to, but when I'm
Yeah,
saying
sure
what my
did.
expectations are, I just think realistically,
20, he gets you the title.
I'm just saying realistically,
Nah, I
if,
don't think so.
if I said 16
Gyökeres
minimum,
brings
I
back
could
20.
I could justify that based on just trends and etc. etc. But in terms of what I expect of him, I want him to be getting 20 minimum. I want him to get 30 plus all competitions. It depends how he needs to
We
play.
need that as well.
If he's
man.
getting
Yeah,
20,
we
if he
do.
gets 20,
Yes.
if he
We
gets
do.
20 for you this season, throughout the season.
But remember, we
team-
get goals from all over the pitch as
This
well.
was-
That's what
and
you're
I was about to add
forgetting.
But
this. I was
changes,
about to
though.
add this. I was about to add that.
That could change.
I was about to add that. If he gets 20 goals in the season, when you're playing against teams, centre halves are going to be so focused on Gyökeres.
Yeah.
It's going to open up for Saka. It's going to open up for Martinelli. It's going to open up for Odegaard, Rice. All of them not to get more goals.
Yeah.
That's why I think if he does get 20, it pushes you that very close to getting that
Listen,
title.
you know what? I'm not doubting him. You see, I saw some like Arsenal's pushing up their content at the moment. Like,
It's gonna
Arsenal love our content.
yeah, no, they
What?
do. They do.
Love our content.
But you see, when there was one that I saw earlier on today when Martin Odegaard wrote him some poem or something,
yeah.
and he goes, "Yeah, like
You need to
if there's
stop that though.
anything
What's all this? You
Well,
know, sending
well,
letters in.
yeah.
Welcome
For the
to the
kids,
club.
But
Like-
you know what I loved about
Trash.
the way he responded to it.
Listen,
He
we had
said,
Sanchez playing
"Oh, what do
piano.
I want from? What do, if there's
Odegaard,
anything I
yeah.
can do for you, yeah, what do you want?"
Give
He
me
just
some
has one
assists.
assist.
Yeah, he
This
looks like a
guy,
sicko.
all he cares about, he
bagging
just wants to
goals.
score. He don't care about anything. I just want goals, and I'm so happy. And you know what? I'm even gonna apologize to him because I remember I just used to call him the commentary striker. You know, Gyökeres?
Oh yeah, he was moving mad. Bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. You see me, yeah. Sometimes my heart and the passion, it just it clouds me. I get angry. I say stuff, but you see you. I'm
Can I
ready.
ask one question to the Arsenal fans?
Yeah.
Is that okay? I asked this to Doug the other day.
Go on.
And because you're so heavy on Arteta, my question is, what is the minimum that I? Why are you passing up?
No, because this guy's heavy on Arteta, bro. For no
Why?
reason.
It's actually not for no reason.
I'm on him too, bro. I'm on him, bro. I'm on him.
I told you, tries to disguise.
I'm on him, man.
What is the minimum for you two that he has to do where the fans be like,
Just nothing.
he can't be out. He you can give him another season.
But you know,
If he
okay,
doesn't win the title.
I'm gonna answer this question, and it's gonna sound weird, but he's not going anywhere because
Yeah, like, yeah.
for Arteta to get sacked, he has to drop out of the top 5, and then the fans have to stop coming to the club and coming to the games.
Yeah,
innit?
correct.
Yeah.
But what's the minimum for you though?
For me, I will take, at the very minimum, second again, and an FA Cup or a Carling Cup. I'll be vexed, but at least it's a trophy, and you can kind of get that culture, that winning culture in the club,
See, for me, it has to be a domestic double.
Yeah.
He's done too much. He's
So
done
he's gotta
so
get
much.
both of the cups.
Bro, I have to be at 2.
You're two parades.
Yeah, 2, bro. 2. I need to be at 2 finals. I need to celebrate twice. And if it's not going to be the Prem, it's not going to be Champions League, at the very minimum,
Yeah.
it has to be 2 domestic trophies. Like, he's ready. He's on borrowed time for me. So the only way you're going to get me to stop rubbishing him is I just need to start winning now.
What percentage of fans do you think are get out of 100% of Arsenal
I'm in the minority.
what percentage would you say if you had to throw a number out there that fans are possibly against him? Or for him?
60-40 in favour of Arteta.
I think it's more than that. I think it's 80-20. I think 80's in favour of him.
I doubt it.
Bro,
Do you see the content that goes out
Oh,
there?
didn't they
That's-
sabotage
No,
the?
He said one mad thing the
This
other day.
guy- this
though.
guy
He
has
said one
got-
mad thing the other day.
following it.
Did you hear it?
You know what?
He
You
may
know
have, he may have a cop for it, but there's a
There's
lot of
8 teams.
people like yourself and Ed, and if
say
you go on AFTV, all these content that
No, I
that are
promise you.
wanting out.
I'll tell you how the world works, yeah? Things that looks or appears to be negative gets pushed to the forefront. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you want to get mad views, like, if I slapped you right now, our podcast would blow. You get what I'm saying? Not because I want to slap you. Not because I want to. I'm just
Are
saying.
you sure you don't?
No.
That came from
No, I don't want to say that's my brother, yeah. But I'm just saying that's what this world likes for some reason. If we're doing kumbaya, you're gonna skip us.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're in the majority, yeah, and it looks like we're being negative, but we're not even being negative.
But how do you know you're not in the majority then? Because if, to your point, if that's what we're all seeing, the negative content, because that sells, how do you know you're not in the majority? And the people that are in Kumbaya who you're not being seen are the minority.
Because, you know, like, when you're in, like, different, like, Arsenal communities, group chats, sometimes when you're going to the games, you can genuinely see, like, so for me, I don't know, I can't speak for you, Ed, but for me, what I get here a lot is, but look at where you took us from.
Oh, bro. Oh,
14th.
my God.
We were 8th. Look at us now, man. We're finishing second,
Yeah.
man. We're competing.
Yeah.
We're challenging. I'm having conversations where they're like, oh, but if you could just be here and you know you're challenging for the Prem and the Champions League for another 5 or 6 years, would you accept that? Or would you accept a trophy now, but you don't
You'd
win
be
anything
rubbish.
for 5 years? I'm saying to myself, bro, you just described Liverpool, bro. I'm taking a trophy now and not winning because you didn't win. You won the trophy, then you didn't win another Prem for another 5 years, and then you won the Prem again.
Yeah.
I'm taking the fucking Prem. But people are telling me that, like, to say, yeah, you should be happy to challenge.
Bro.
That's not my MO.
Same, I'm with you, and it's disgusting, and it's actually mad disingenuous because it's like you forget the reason why you support Arsenal,
Exactly,
man.
yeah.
You've modern day Arsenal fans, innit? You forget the reason why you support Arsenal is there's a Frenchman called Thierry Henry There's a French man called Arsene Wenger. There's a French man called Patrick Vieira, Pires, Ljungberg. All these men that mashed work in the early 2000s, late 90s, and put us on a pedestal. It went left under Wenger. But his going left was he dropped down from winning titles to challenging for the top 4, maybe nicking a trophy. So this whole grateful act to be like, oh, we're finishing second and we're challenging. Brother,
That's not who we
remember
are.
who you are, man. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that we have a divine right to always win the Premier
Yeah.
League, yeah? And
That's what they'll
His-
say to you as
history
well.
shows that we don't win that much. But you've seen winning. You've seen winning. Do you know what I'm saying? You've seen winning, though, man. You know what I mean?
Once upon a time,
even in a short...
we were mad close with leagues, you know. And then there was a time when we was neck and neck, pause. And then all of a sudden, it started going the other way.
Yeah.
And then that's when you've got your positive strives now starting to be like, yo, I'm not really that positive anymore because I've not got much to be positive about.
It was getting to the point where he was getting to like March and he was falling
Yeah.
away.
Bro,
But that's happening now, though. That's happening now.
I mean,
Yeah.
No. This is an Arsenal transfer talk because we're getting into that Arsenal crying, you know, wine and cheese section, innit, where you lot start crying about the past. And that. So I just want to remind you, we're talking about transfers here, innit?
Brother, you went 30 years, man. Get calm. You went 30 years, innit? You went 30 years, innit?
I like when he does this. I like when he does this stuff. Yeah, I like when he does this stuff. Because you see now that we've got Gyökeres, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now we've got Gyökeres. We're doing battle again all
But
season.
you know, like last week,
All
you literally
season.
said that, bro. If you can get Isak, you would send Gyökeres back to hell where he came from, bro. That's what you said on wax last week, bro.
I didn't say it like
Hell
that.
is crazy.
I didn't say it like that, but I did say if you offered me, if he's offered me Isak,
you know,
bro, you sat here on this podcast and you called Isak the complete striker. Why would I send someone like that away? Do you know what? You know what? You see me, yeah. It's different to like I can't talk for every Arsenal fan, but you see me. You man have heard me cry for a striker since the second half of 2022 to 2023 season. We're in 2025. I've not had a striker. You know what's happened? This is a big momentous day. I
Yes.
genuinely believe we're going to move to that next level. I've always believed that.
Come on.
I really believe
Put
that.
some money on it, bro.
Yeah.
The only reason why I can't is because of Mikel.
So not the fact that you got Man City and Liverpool doing. I literally, you had a question.
I'm gonna say, I don't want to ask the Arsenal fans. I want to ask you.
Yeah.
You're neutral. Do you think it's madder if Arnie does it again and they finish second, or if Pep wins it?
I think it'll
Does
be
it
crazy
matter?
if anybody wins it
Yeah,
right now
yeah,
for
yeah,
these
yeah.
I
Arsenal
think it
fans.
looks worse.
It definitely looks worse if
Arnie wins it.
Arnie wins it, of course. It definitely looks
I think it
100%
looks
worse.
for
Yeah.
Arteta.
100%, because at the end of the day, Arne's new to the league.
But then,
And then he
But-
built a new team.
yeah, exactly.
Didn't want it
And then
again.
he slapped your head again.
But then,
Yeah.
but then,
The optics are
I
peak.
wouldn't be able to do this pod anymore.
but
I'd have to retire.
But see that, obviously, if Liverpool win it again when they've got Isak and they've got all these things, like, what do you? I know it's difficult to accept, but you can't be saying.
Nah, you got
Everyone's more or less said if Isak comes, it's over. So if Isak comes and they win it again, how can you now say shit, Mikel?
No, but-
You've got to
but
go.
Remember what I did also say. Let's remember everything I said because I said there's not that much disparity between Gyökeres and Isak.
I'm not disputing.
So I would still be on a thing of come on, guys.
Yeah, but all I'm trying to say is that is going to be. It's a lot more difficult
no,
now if
it's
you get
competitive.
Isak.
But
And that's
Della,
it.
we have to remember, a lot of Arsenal fans were saying, and other fans as well, were saying Liverpool only won it because of injuries to other teams. So if this season there's no
I
injury,
didn't.
no, of course the sensible guys didn't say that. But if Arsenal don't have injuries this season and they have Gyökeres,
Every club has injuries.
then
They have a good chance, but
exactly,
they have a good chance.
no, not a good chance. They should be winning.
No,
it.
but that's no.
I'm just
we
saying.
will not
Wait,
be
Della,
doing that. That doesn't make sense because
Della.
they have a good chance. That's what I've
I'm
always said.
responding to the people that said that Liverpool only won it because of the injuries.
I don't think they said
I don't
you
get that
only because of
personally.
the
You
injury.
saying it was this guy, bruv.
It was
this
even me.
guy. It was
No,
this guy.
it wasn't even me. Because you know what? All I will say about it is like Liverpool, you done what you needed to do. But can you bank on Arsenal having those amount of injuries? Rodri, the Ballon d'Or winner, having the injury that they had. You guys had injuries, but you guys having the form of fitness that you guys had as well. Can
we
you
had
bank on
some
all of
big
that?
injuries last season.
Yeah, you had some injuries.
Not as big
but-
as Arsenal and Bournemouth, but yeah.
But so can you bank on all of that going in your favour, and then on top of all of that happening, everybody's strengthening and whatnot? Can you bank on all? You can't bank on all of that and then expect to run away with with it the way that you ran away with it this season. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
that's not my point.
No, I know it's not your point, but I say all that to say last season, the way you ran away with it, as much as you guys were very, very good, almost flawless in the first half of the season, it was only Nottingham Forest that showed us that you guys could be beaten, really. Towards the second half of the season, when you started showing that you were human...
No, when it was over.
It wasn't just when it was
The job
over.
was pretty much done, bro. When
You
we
might
started.
say that, but I think it was also a case that Arsenal didn't have enough. We were depleted.
Yeah,
We were
true,
depleted.
There was no one around to put the pressure.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, can you bank on all of that again? So it's not me discrediting your program. I'm just saying that things will happen in your favour and you ran away with it. Things happen in our favour as well, and we bottled it after 97%
point
of
is
93% leading it.
No, I agree. But I agree with what you're saying.
You.
My only point is that if Arsenal, because you lot complain about the injuries.
I complained about Pedro Morel more than I did.
Yeah, you did. But a lot of people were saying that injuries killed you, and then the injuries killed Man City.
I didn't complain about injuries. I complained about Arteta
not you specifically.
Not doing the not strengthening our squad.
Yeah. Not you specifically. I'm just saying, like, to those people that were saying that if Arsenal manage to stay as fit as they're not the most injured or second, whatever, and you have Gyökeres, then technically you should be like up there, bro. You should be like not even up there. I'm talking about like
winning.
Yeah, but that's why I think you can't say that no one. That's because
nobody has that.
Yeah, exactly. So all I said, even the same thing when I said it with Isak remains at the club. All that means they now have a better chance of going over the line. Likewise, you guys with Isak, then with Gyökeres, Man City, whatever. It was just going to be challenging. Whoever wins,
100%.
Whoever wins.
If you're talking realistically, but I'm just addressing the people that was talking unrealistically.
So let's try. We're getting to that. Let's wrap up. Yeah, because we got running out of time. I don't know. Did you share the agenda with?
I did actually.
Okay.
You got the agenda, innit?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on. Sorry.
Yeah. So what we do for our guests, and since Joey's been on paternity leave, he has to go for this as well. Mount Rushmore. You understand it? So it's like your top 4 all-time best in the world. Like, are you ready? Yeah.
Players that you wanted to watch?
No,
watch it.
Your best players that you like. All-time favourites. Yeah.
Okay.
So Ed, I'm going to come to you first. What's your top 4?
So it's Messi.
Hang on, did we have to justify it or?
You can do.
Yeah.
I think we.
There's no justification for Messi.
Yeah, of course.
He's the GOAT, innit?
It's just the questionable ones that got justified.
Yeah. So yeah.
Ronaldinho, that's my favourite player to watch ever. Henry, obviously Arsenal's GOAT. Then R9. And then honourable mention for CR7.
Oof,
Yours was very close to mine. I think I
close to mine as well.
I swapped Henry out for you're right.
Oh, that's sentimental, but yeah.
Did you have to justify him, Owen?
No, I don't think that.
Okay,
I don't
understood
think
it.
they made me justify that one.
Yeah,
That's
so
fair.
you can't really argue with those 4.
Sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
So it's Messi, Ronaldinho, Henry, R9, and then CR7 honourable mention.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. CR7 can make it, but R9 is just R9 in it.
Yeah.
You're talking about who you love to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to say these are my, even though a lot of them are goats to the game anyway.
Your personal. Let's say your personal.
Your personal goats.
Who
Yeah.
I like to actually watch play was Ronaldinho, Zidane, R9, and Scholes.
Scholes.
That's a
They're
good.
Mm.
my personal favourites to watch.
What is Scholes? Is that a sentimental one, or do you think like he was probably like
He was
your?
my favourite player at United as
Yeah.
well. He was my favourite player at United. And I just like the way he played football as a centre midfielder. Like, if I was wanted to be a centre midfielder, I would want to model my game after as a centre mid.
Where do you play? What position?
Me, on the bench.
We all got dreams, man.
If he wasn't on the bench,
If I wasn't on the bench, my dream would be centre mid, bro.
centre mid, playing like Scholes.
Playing that Scholes. Playing that Scholes. Those are about my 4 favourites to watch.
Yeah.
Play football.
Cool. There hasn't been some mad ones today, Jerry.
Yeah, no, mine is not too dissimilar. Messi, Zidane, Steven Gerrard, obviously.
Serious.
Obviously.
Sentimental.
No, that makes sense, man.
He said that Bruno Fernandes. Anyway, yeah.
Was it Bruno? Didn't we?
No.
Marly Marl said Herrera.
So what?
Don't bring him back.
Steven Gerrard, and I'll say honourable mention as well to Ronaldo, but he's not the prettiest.
CR7 or R9.
So CR7,
Not the prettiest in the eye.
not the prettiest on the eye, but in terms of, I'll probably give it to Ronaldinho as well. Pause.
Hey, yo, yeah.
You know what?
Honorable mention, sorry, as well. Del Piero and I would say Messi.
Yeah, and Pirlo as well for me.
Did you say Messi?
Yeah.
Oh, Messi wasn't even in yours, isn't it? I just coached and he said honorable mention to Messi.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know. He sounds mad. Like, if you
No,
ask
I'm
me,
there
like,
as well, though.
If
You
you
know?
ask me who the official goats of the game,
Yeah.
But like, my favourites to watch were those players, and and it'll be Del Piero and.
How come Steven Gerrard is making so many Liverpool?
It's the Liverpool fans, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, but it's,
Do you know what it is?
you have to be there, man.
I hear it.
I
hear it.
What do you?
From
I understand.
I can as well, but it's just like after the fire episode, I was getting loads of comments from Liverpool fans that were like, they wouldn't say it publicly, but they were.
Oh, really?
I don't know why they wouldn't say it publicly,
man,
but they
it's-
were
it's
what
really.
they're saying.
they
it's
was-
beautiful to watch,
They're
man.
saying
Like,
See how
Gerrard
Arsenal
was there
fans
when
were
them out
excited
Rushmore.
to watch Henry.
Yeah.
It's the same for Liverpool fans with Gerrard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
bro.
course.
Just
That excitement out of him.
If I was a Liverpool fan, Gerrard all day, man.
Yeah.
and you know, just playing with your heart on your sleeve from slide tackles to screamers, bro.
But did you enjoy watching it?
I loved it, bro, man. I loved it, bro.
I
That's the
understand
reason why I want to
Scholes
play.
is like his mastery. I understand.
No,
but did
no,
you
no,
enjoy
no.
watching, or you just appreciate the?
No, do you know what it is? Because obviously I have my Ronaldinho. I get the prettiness from Ronaldinho, Messi, and all those guys.
Yeah.
But sometimes you want to see brute force, and you want to see like somebody just dragging their team up, like you were saying, bro, man.
100%.
And obviously Messi does that with poetically. Ronaldinho probably wasn't as consistent for me, but Steven Gerrard was just somebody who took the game by the scruff of the neck, man. So yeah.
Cool. And then
Pello and Del Piero as well.
yeah.
Honorable mentions.
Cool. Then let's finish off on our usual back pages. So that's where we shine light on like players, managers, entity, anything. Doesn't have to be football related that you want to just like give the back pages to based on positive vibes. We'll give examples. Shall you go first this week?
I'm gonna give mine to. I don't want to be greedy, but Michelle Aguiman, Chloe Kelly.
Man,
like-
can't say-
No, come say
you
one, man.
can't be greedy,
sorry.
bro. What do you mean?
Sorry,
It's
the
top of
Arsenal
week.
women's team that basically won the Euros for England.
So England women's.
The Arsenal
He was
women's.
specific. You could say the England team.
No, the thing. What's wrong with this guy about?
So Joey,
Are you talking about? Sorry, go on.
go Mitch.
I was gonna say.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
talking about like things that have kind of just happened.
Yeah, this week. So he gave
good
it.
thing, positive.
Good
So
thing.
is that you're highlighting something? It doesn't even have to be just limited to football, but
Yeah,
just
it could be
highlighting
anything.
like something that is that you would put on the back pages that you're gonna celebrate. Like, yo, like this was a praiseworthy moment. And obviously Michelle Aguiman, for instance, she won the
Young player,
Euros, young
tournament.
player of the tournament.
Mine is I'm angry that it's him, man. I tried to research what school he went to so I can find out if he's got bad key stage 3 results or something. Well, Max Dowman, man.
Oh, gee.
I'm scared, bro. I'm scared, bro.
Well,
Hopefully Man United take him, bro.
But when you said Steven Gerrard was doing what he was doing, were you joking?
What do you mean?
I think in the group chat, I think you said.
Oh yeah, no, I'm joking.
Okay, I was thinking that's not Gerrard's style of play.
I
But
was joking. But yeah, Max Dowman, scary prospect, man. I don't like this new iOS that these young kids are running on, bro, man. It's
certain
different,
people
bro,
are
man.
saying he's better than Salah, man.
Probably, but I tried to. I
You got
tried
to take time with that one, though.
Yeah.
He's cold, but like let him land in
let
it.
him
I
breathe,
tried to
bro.
update my iOS to that one, bro. Hey, my spider's wrecked, bro. My spider's wrecked, bro.
But the way he skipped past Joelinton, though, man, like he wasn't
Crazy,
there.
bro, man.
Just moved to him.
Yeah. I think I do. You know what's crazy though? Joe Linton does that in the Premier League a lot, especially when playing against Arsenal, and those penalties don't given, and them fouls don't get given. So I think he was surprised that was a penalty, to be fair, but it was definitely a push in the
but
back.
more so the way he does skip past him.
You know what is mad? Because Della kept trying to get us to talk about the preseason game, but we kept on talking about other stuff. But the way that game was played, that Newcastle Arsenal game, it was like it was a Prem game.
Yeah.
And for Max Dowman at 15 years old to come on and ride those challenges the way that he did and literally change the game, that's why like you're getting these exaggerated takes where people are like, yo, Max
Messi,
Dowman is
Messi Dowman,
exactly.
Bro, it pissed me off as well when in secondary school posted something about it. I was like, damn, this nigga's still in school.
This guy, he's special, man. I'm
Year 10,
happy,
you know?
I'm happy with what
Man's in
Haylen's
year 10, bro. Not
happy
even
with
year
what
11.
Haylen's,
Year 10.
producing.
Year 10, bro. Not even year 11.
Christ.
Crazy, bro.
Ed, you got yours?
Yeah. Women's football. I don't want to be too greedy, but women's football.
What, you giving it just to women's football in general?
So, England, Nigeria, innit? England won, Nigeria won.
Nigeria won.
So,
yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Did you watch it in Nigeria?
Nah, I didn't even know it was on. Sorry, don't come and kill me. Don't get us cancelled, guys.
No, I didn't even know they did AFCON for Nigeria for women.
Every time you get to the back pages, somehow the women get slewed. Last season, it happened again.
The punch
Yeah, one of the players punched one of the Moroccan players.
Sorry,
I
oh,
saw it on Twitter.
in the final.
Yeah, but I didn't know that was
Not-
part
not
of the
like-
fight.
not
The
like
semi-final.
a-
No, you know, final.
Like a hook.
Yeah.
Like a hook.
What?
Did they get sent
Yeah,
off?
to the first face. I'm not sure. I just saw the hook and laughed, and I just like, right, this is mad.
Right, yeah.
I saw it on Twitter. I saw it.
Okay.
This is a difficult one, but I just had one as well. That's so crazy. It hasn't happened yet, but it's a big possibility. Jamaica could make the World Cup.
Yeah.
What, since 98?
They could possibly make the World Cup.
Reggae boy.
What did they win? Did they win a game
They're doing
recently?
very well. Like I think they're top of their group again, and obviously America, Canada, and Mexico are already there, innit? Because they're hosting.
Yeah.
So it's a huge
shit,
possibility
yeah.
they could make it this time.
Come on, Jamaica, man.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Possibility.
Got a good team, right?
Might buy the kit this time.
Half decent. You could have a better team if the Jamaican Federation fix up, but you're not gonna. You're not gonna.
Yeah. I was going to give my back pages to Nigeria for winning the
AFCON.
women's AFCON. I think they said they won it for the 10th time.
10th time,
I didn't
yeah.
know this was even taking place.
10 times, you know, that's not a joke.
But credit to them. But yeah, we come to the end. Ed, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me,
You
guys.
can plug your socials again.
So, personal life of Ted, not much going on there, but I have a radio show, The Offside Chat, so you can catch us on Beat 103.6 FM, and you can catch us on all socials, so Offside Chat on X, Offside Chat on IG, and Offside Chat on TikTok.
Sick.
Cool.
Sick. Cool.
Mitch, thanks for coming. You didn't correct me about you being the best five-a-side manager in the world. Like,
Yeah, I'm not gonna correct you either.
yeah. How many trophies have you won?
There's a couple in the cabinet.
Yeah, cool. I
There's a
respect
couple
it.
in the cabinet.
But yeah, do you want to plug your socials?
Mitch J Elliott on Instagram. Thank you for having me. I'll definitely come back anytime you need me.
Yeah, man.
If you want realistic Man United fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not Mo.
Not Mo.
I love Mo. Mo's my guy. Mo's my guy. But no, thank you for having me on, man. Big up the boys, man. And keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing.
Thank you.
Trust. Good podcast, man.
Thank you. Thank you, listeners, for...
And Bon Arsenal. But anyway, go on.
Bro.
Always, but
After you invite me to the house.
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry.
You know what? Yeah.
Guys know I'm on,
I know. I just want to ask Stella, yeah. How comes you got them, man, yeah, to plug their socials, but then when you were doing housekeeping, you didn't even tell the people like what our socials were?
What do you mean?
No, I was wondering because you know, like you said, like you know where to find us, follow us on like what's our handle?
What?
he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Listen,
Searching his mind.
on the when you guys are watching it, the socials will come up. Hair.
What about-
Thanks to Stride. Hey,
What about if
follow
you're
us on
listening?
Instagram,
What about if you're listening?
TikTok. If you're listening,
Yeah.
what are you listening on?
All DSPs.
Then stay there, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll be back again next week.
That's a draw.